Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
You and your sister and the other newbie coming with me.
Also, it's funny. Someone requested you specifically.
Is that right?
Mr. Flacara? Is that how you say it?
Flacara. Evig's here.
What?
But it seems like we've got a very limited time to coordinate this ruse.
That's correct. I thank you to be a bit more vague in front of the halfling.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Say it again, I'll smack you out.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabletop Notch presents Brunkhollow. We've got a full table tonight.
Let's go.
We mentioned last week that we would have a guest, but we didn't mention we have two guests. Welcome to the table. Josh, welcome to the table, and Alex, welcome back to the table.
Go.
We're thrilled to have you guys here for our little campaign. We're going to be diving into chapter 42. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Chapter 42.
You nailed it.
Brunkhollow. And we'll be picking up where we left off, which was with Officer Garland having received word that there's some plague rats loose in the prison, and we'll figure out how our guests factor into that. But before we do that, we always do some announcements, shout-outs, things to say. Where should we start this evening?
Thank you for joining us
I don't know why.
tonight and also last night. Anybody who joined us for Daggerheart episode 1 DMGM Jordan Saturdays.
Yes.
There's going
I
to
did it.
be well,
It was great.
next week as well. Come back next Saturday. But thank you for joining us on our flagship campaign, Brunkhollow Sunday night. Twitch.tv/tabletopnotch. Other ways to watch and listen, though. Tuesdays, the podcast goes live. Fridays, the YouTube video will go live unless you support us in a myriad of ways, whether it's Patreon membership, YouTube Patreon membership, YouTube membership, Twitch
Not allowed to
TV.
for you.
Dude, you have no idea. No.
Everybody's just waiting.
We love and read all your comments. Thank you for leaving them and your likes, and share it with your friends. Please, please, please. Yeah, you catch us there in between Sundays.
Speaking of likes and comments and in between Sundays, you can catch us on all kinds of social media channels. X.
That's right.
Couldn't even get through it. Instagram. TikTok. Thank you. So many. So check us out there for stuff in between the days. It serves me right for being mean to Anthony. That's what it is. Additionally, we have a shitload of merch for you to wear or drink from or carry your shit in.
I've got shit.
Give them. Yeah, then perfect. We have stuff for you. Check us out for merch and, give people their summer birthdays, all that stuff.
Hell yeah. Speaking of Daggerheart, another reason that maybe you should join the Discord. There's a cool place you can talk about Daggerheart and the episode from yesterday. And then also tonight, it might be a little juicy with some guests. You can talk about the episode tonight. It's a great place. Please join discord.gg/tabletopnotch. That's it.
Great. I guess I'll cover the Patreon. We dropped the homebrew PDF for the month of July. Matthew, if you want to show that.
For those who don't know, every month we do a little Patreon drop, stuff that you can add to your campaigns, little homebrew elements. Can I bring up the BTGs?
Yes.
Position?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll bring that up.
This
This may look familiar to some of you who've been following the campaign. This is many mini montages. And we did this actually with another guest of ours, Kelly, who was here. We had a scene where the group had to collect collect debts that the Thieves Guild had doled out. So this is ways to incorporate like a quick montage element into your campaign, which is to sort of do very quick, minute, 2-minute scenes, that move the action along without.
But you still get to roll.
Yeah, you get to roll lots. That's the idea. You always get to roll those. You don't want to hand wave the rolling because that's the best part, of course. So check it out, a lot of fun, and we might do a couple of these montages as sort of examples of how to incorporate that into your home campaigns.
That went fast.
We crushed it.
Yeah,
We-
we were.
We want to get to the action.
Can you
Heck
tell
yes.
we've done this before?
Probably not, actually.
Thank you all for sticking with us. We were just running a little late this evening, but we're ready to dive in. Can I throw it to you? Do you guys want to? What are you up to, guys? You want to shout anything out?
Hanging.
Just hanging.
I'm happy to be back. Yeah, back in the saddle again. Happy
It
to be
is-
with
Deirdre
6
was
people on
very
the
sad
table.
to miss you, so.
Why?
And I was sad to miss you. It's good to see you.
I also mentioned this in my email to you, and I couldn't believe it when I wrote it, which is like, oh yeah, since you appeared on the show, your last character, it has been like 8 hours, even though it's been like 5 episodes.
I was also surprised to read that. It's been like 4 weeks. Yeah.
That's true.
That's actually wild.
Yeah.
we like a slow burn here.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
Tabletop Notch.
Real time.
I don't know. No, I mean, I'm just I'm ready to rumble. This is kind of new for me, at least on this scale. I've been doing a lot of like,
Scale.
well, it's like I've been doing like these kind of ragtag, like whatever we can throw together sessions with my friends, but. You got the whole setup. I'm
big leagues,
just
man.
ready to.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the big leagues. This is the big league. I'm just ready to get started.
Get ready to recognize some rag and some tag as well.
We rag, we tag.
The table impresses, but the roleplay is just as janky as it is at home.
Okay.
All right. I mean, yeah, we've got things to do. Let's thank some people and we'll dive in.
All right, let's do it. Mr. Jingleheimer resubscribed, Dice McCross resubscribed, Redbird resubscribed, Rusalif resubscribed, Russell Rogan resubscribed, Sabelski resubscribed, Doofenshmirtz Booty Cheeks gave out 10 community subs, Olive Branch resubscribed, Olive Branch did the amazing art for Daggerheart. It's so cute. Give them a shout out. Amazing stuff. Whirling Nerdish resubscribed, Anonymous Gifter gave out a sub, the Chucumbra. Chunkacabra, resubscribed. Doofenshmirtz Booty Cheeks, another 10. Thank you so much. Code 5000 resubscribed. Keys resubscribed. Keep resubscribed. Scarini resubscribed, and then Apothecary resubscribed. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, cheers.
You all.
It's not real.
Yeah, if you guys want some.
I don't know if we covered that.
Little shot of tea.
Real last
Goes down
night.
easy.
It's here for you guys. What is it? Is that a root beer?
It's
It's tea.
it's tea.
It's whiskey.
It's Brunkhollow whiskey. It's very watered down. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much for the support. We're going to do our usual thing. We're going to throw it over to the recap, and then we'll go right into the intro, and then we'll dive into chapter 42. Brunkhollow. Here in the prison. All right, everybody, buckle up, because here we go. Let's do the thing.
Let's go.
Fisticuffs. Here we go. Bring it.
Previously, on Chapter 41, message failed to send. Officer Thornfield took Doxley downstairs to a storage room where members of the cast-offs lay in wait to dole out a beating. But thanks to another guard's willingness to strike a deal, she was able to slip her chains and give it back as good as she got. Up above, in the hours before supper time, Illien and Annabel were getting to know their neighbors better, and TC made his rounds alone until Officer Garland called him into his office. Garland respected the courage he showed at Plover Point, but also wanted to make sure his refusal to follow orders wouldn't be a recurring issue going forward. When it came time to eat, prisoners were shuffled down to the mess hall, which finally gave our 3 undercover inmates an opportunity to cross-check everything they'd learned thus far. Whispers of speculation filled the room, however, when a clinker rushed in to inform Garland that rats carrying the gnawing plague had not been eradicated like they'd hoped, which meant that someone would have to go wipe them out. Ooh. Will Officer Thornfield's recruits turn out to be more muscle answering to this mysterious Kieran? And do TC's hopes of making friends rest upon his ability to stop talking about sliding around on tight hindquarters? Stick around and find out in Chapter 42 of Brunkhollow. Yeah, that's right. Get out of my recap. The remainder of your mealtime is spent in a state of curiosity mixed with agitation. It's obvious to both the inmates and the guards that something isn't quite right. But without Officer Garland making an announcement or Officer Welker tipping his hand, there isn't much to do but speculate and continue to slurp down this middling orange porridge that tastes like mashed carrots soaked in milk, mixed with some unsweetened grains. Standing at his post by the back wall, TC finds himself at the receiving end of several pointed looks from other men and women that are in uniform. A silent invitation to share insider information that he declines with polite smiles and glances down at the floor to avoid eye contact. Wooden spoons scraping against the inside of empty bowls coincides with Officer Wells hollering from the atrium, the same one who's been announcing sort of dinner time, bringing the floors down one by one. And as he does, that's the signal for people to get up, you get back into your chains, and you're escorted slowly marching back up to your cells. Before the Ren Ward patrols turn their beat over to the night shift, they look like they're set to make one more rotation up and down each level while the bottom floors take a turn at the mess hall. And this includes Officer Fleck, who has finally come up from drowning in his paperwork to get back on his feet for the tail end of his on-duty hours. From the third floor balcony, he gives TC a little wave. But TC has already been ordered to make his way to the back office behind the kitchen. When you get there, unlike last time, the door is shut. But after a knock and a confirmation of your identity, you're invited inside, where you once again find Officer Garland sitting behind his desk, though he's a little less casual in his posture this time. He had his jacket off before, sort of sitting back in his chair with his documents, and here he's sitting up, and he's got spread out in front of him a series of diagrams that are laid out, and he's examining them very meticulously. They look like blueprints or some kind of building diagram that he's looking at. Across from him, across the table, sitting in the chair that you did last time you were here, it's the only other chair in the room, so you're forced to remain standing. It's Officer Thornfield. And he gives you a sardonic smile as you enter. Close the door behind you, Officer Welker. I don't know if you and Officer Thornfield have had occasion to meet. Just in passing, sir. But soon to be fast friends, I am sure.
Indubitably.
Officer Welker was with me at Plover Point earlier today when the fighting started, a skirmish involving both prisoners and officers alike. So I'm cross-referencing his opinion with yours. No offense to you, Officer Welker, but I'm not sure that's entirely necessary. I know this ward better than anyone. If it's bodies you want, it's bodies that I can provide. Well, unfortunately, the bodies that you provided last time failed to excise the root of the problem. Recruitment and personnel problems abound at Fort Contrition. I'm not sure that we need another plague scandal further tarnishing our image, wouldn't you say? And you see Thornfield sits back in his chair. Let's talk about what we know first. Officer Carlyle came to the infirmary with rashes, sweats, and chattering teeth. And when questioned, she confessed to have been bitten by a rather aggressive rat in Storage 6. Foolishly, she did not report this sooner, believing the gnawing plague to have been eradicated after our last incident. Now, additional interviews were conducted, and more rat sightings were documented. Now, of course, this does not mean that all of these vermin are infected. Rats are commonplace in structures of this size, but this evening, we are going to be quick, and we are going to be thorough. We're going to catch this before it spirals out of control. In addition to Storage 6, we'll be looking into the northwest drainage chamber and the Ren Ward larder. The drainage chamber and the larder.
That sounds awful.
Larder's like a food store, yeah.
Yummy.
Drainage.
Oh, the drainage.
The poop.
Feel free to snuff out anything you see that squeaks. but it's a nest that we're looking for. An infected mother will continue to give birth to plague-ridden ratlings, thus giving way to the recurring issue that we are currently dealing with. Now, obviously, I do not want the risk to fall entirely on the shoulders of our already stretched thin ranks, which is why we are going to assemble a contingency of inmates to take the vanguard. In exchange for their cooperation, they'll be rewarded with certain privileges. Outdoor recreational time, priority selection for labor assignments, that sort of thing. Now we will be arming them, which I am normally loath to do.
Desperate times.
Yes. All 3 locations are within the walls of Fort Contrition, so any escape attempt would be both foolhardy and a fast trip to a shallow grave, which you might do well to remind them of.
I imagine we'll be chaperoning this endeavor as well.
We will indeed.
We, including yourself.
We here in this room, not me individually. You will report to me when you are done. Now, Officer Welker, I initially told you 5, but for the sake of expediency, we're going to go with 6 prisoners. They'll be accompanied by you 2, he motions to Officer Thornfield and you, and Officer Zink. He's the one who informed me of the situation, so no point in leaving him out of the loop when he's already in it. Let the prisoners take the lead, but don't let them out of your sight. Just because they can't escape doesn't mean they can't cause trouble. If you split up to cover ground, divide them into groups of 2 so someone always has a visual. Is that clear?
Of course.
Of course, sir. All right. Why don't we talk about who we've got? Now, fighting experience is good, but let's be careful not to mix bad blood. Officer Thornfield, why don't you suggest someone first? Officer Thornfield sort of sits up in his chair. He almost gives a little display of like thinking deep and long and hard about who he wants to select. Just a point of clarification. Now, I know these gnawing plague rats sometimes mutate. They swell in size. Not just something you can stamp out with a boot. Are we looking for volunteers that fall into the nobody will miss them category? Officer Garland leans forward. Let's make selections from the most likely to get the job done category. I have little interest in playing prison politics at this particular moment. Noted, sir. In that case, my first selection would be... Takes out a map of the prison ward that was sitting on the desk there. And he points at one spot. 6D, Calvin Muncy. Ex-military, and he's a medic to boot. He knows signs of infection when he sees it, and he has formal combat training. It seems like an obvious choice. Good. Fine. Calvin Muncy. Officer Welker, who have you got?
In our adventure in the Downwield, there was one in particular that took up arms so effectively. A sea elf.
I believe we brought in more than one of those this morning.
Yes.
Be more specific.
So, 3G, she was the one who took up arms.
And at this, you see Officer Thornfield like nod along. I agree. 3G, good choice.
And may I parrot, I learned after the fact, while we were doing some mining, she has a brother here, and I noticed the 2 of them watching each other's backs in there.
You don't think there's any problems with putting siblings on this mission together?
You said this is in interest of getting it done, yes?
Yes.
Then they work together, it seems.
If I'm not mistaken, the young man was one of the prisoners caught on the other side of the cave-in, is that correct?
Yes.
We have a man in the infirmary right now still clinging to life thanks to that CL. Good. We'll take him and his sister. That makes 3. Who else do we have? Well, I think next I'd have to go with 4G. Elliot Gottlieb. Small in stature, but he's got a keen eye.
That's my buddy, isn't it? Fuck.
Plus, if we need someone to crawl into a pipe or squeeze through a crevice, who better than a halfling? Fine, fair enough. Mr. Welker, anyone else you'd like to nominate?
Well, as I said, there were very few that took up arms in the fight, but there was one that... There was a nimbleness about that young one. Small, but able to be seen when she didn't, not to be seen when she didn't want to, it seemed.
Another one of the new arrivals, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I'm not sure.
A half-elf.
Yes, young.
I think he's speaking of 3H.
Yes.
I don't have a name yet. She must have been processed recently. A couple of my officers who were there in the cabin with me. I believe Officer Fleck said that she mostly hid during the encounter with the Boulette. Did you get some notable impression of her one way or the other? Just her nimbleness.
It wasn't a cower. It was strategic.
Make a persuasion check.
Good thing.
Ooh, persuasion, you said? 15.
I suppose we cannot all stand out on the front lines. Some of us must provide support from the back. Fine, we'll take her. That's 5. Thornfield. Who else? I think for my final selection, and he sort of makes a show of putting down the diagram of the prison there. I think I'll go off script. This afternoon, while you were both out in the downwield, they brought in a fire genasi. Don't see one of those every day, do you? Now, anyway, I actually recognize this man. We served together when I was part of the Coast Guard in Paran. Now, I wouldn't say we were chums, but we had each other's backs, and he was an excellent swordsman. Good reflexes, quick on his feet. Now, I've yet to read the report on what exactly he was arrested for, but from what I knew of him, he's as reliable as you're going to get in a place like this. That's my nomination. Mr. Flacara. Give me an insight check.
Oh my god.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The way he sort of pronounces the name, like, he seems to be overselling his familiarity.
Yeah.
Like, he says that they served together,
Yeah.
and yet he sort of struggled through
Right.
his name a little bit, so that immediately strikes you as a little odd there.
Bullshit.
Sir, he's full of shit. Yeah.
End of show.
And they didn't make it.
Fire genasi. On this ward?
He just arrived, like I said, a couple of hours ago. He was set to get a cell, but we haven't found a room for him yet. Now that there's a few occupancies, thanks to the Boulette, should be able to find him a cell no problem. But before we do, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be included. Any objections, Mr. Welker? You have a problem with fire genasi?
Not at all. Can't say I've met one face to face.
Make a deception check.
Oh! Just because it was a dream.
I know.
Yeah.
This is a good stat. 17.
17.
I'm good at that, I guess.
A little raised eyebrow, but he sort of moves past it. Doesn't seem to sort of register. Very well. I think we have a satisfactory list. Now, before you gather your 3 selects and bring them down to the intake yard, just reassure me that we have the right men and women for the job. Now, after you get them, we will walk them over to Storage 6, where Officer Zink will be waiting for you. Any other last-minute addendums? Thornfield sort of looks over to you. I think we've got the right people for the job.
I think so too.
See you out there, Welker. Sort of gives you a tap as he kind of gets up. He opens the door. He starts to go out.
Field. Anything else, Mr. Welker? I'll keep my eye on them, I promise. Good. Thank you. That will be all.
Back out the door. Close it behind you. You start off moving in the same direction, you and Thornfield. But after reaching the 3rd floor, Officer Thornfield continues circling up while you stop and wait for the door to open, knowing that the 3 people that you're to collect are all on the 3rd floor. You see him continue right on past the 4th floor as well, where you know that Elliot is located. So it's your estimation that he might be starting from the top and then working his way down. It's quieter here than it has been all day. A bite to eat, falling sun lulling the ward into a kind of collective lethargy. Some of the people that you pass by are already sleeping, or at the very least closing their eyes, including Porfirio, who sits upright on his cot with his back against the wall. He looks like he's in sort of an elven trance, as they are known to do in the evening.
Hey, wake up.
Little bitch. You turn the corner and you look down the hall at the stretch of 80 feet or so that you've already become very familiar with. Cells 3E through 3I, where your Brunkhollow acquaintances sit in solitude, probably mistakenly thinking that their first day is coming to a close. You look down.
How am I doing? Oh God. Oh God, not good.
I short rested, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, did I get a short rest in there anyway?
Oh, we could say, yeah, that
Thank
there was
you.
enough. I think we might have mentioned this at the end of the last.
Okay.
Not on screen, but yes, there was enough time for a meal short rest.
I'll roll that at some point.
Thank goodness.
The first one that you get to is Illien right there at the corner.
How long have we been up here at this point?
That was sort of real time, so you were marched up. It's been only a couple minutes since you left the mess hall, or 5 to 10 minutes since you left the mess hall.
You see Illien, he's kind of touching the walls where the dwarven markings are, and he's trying to just see if he can recognize anything. He doesn't, but...
Listen up, fish boy.
Officer Welker,
It's not time to sleep yet. You've drawn the short straw.
you're kidding.
You and your sister and the other newbie coming with me.
To where? A nice moonlight stroll, officer?
You'll find out soon enough. Get over here. You know the drill.
Yeah, puts your hands through, legs through, cuff, and then...
Oh my God. Yeah, get them all set up there. Walk by, and I want to not be obvious that I'm taking a look at Indira here to see.
Give me a perception check. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Is she being creepy? Does it seem like she's paying attention to what's going on here?
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Wow.
As you get Illien in the cuffs and you turn him to walk further down the hall, you get to the edge of her cell, and her back was up against like Illien's wall, the wall that they share, and she's just a couple inches from the bar, so she sort of sees you right as you come into her sight line. So you're standing just a foot and a half apart from each other.
Consider yourself lucky tonight. And I'll just keep walking.
See you're thinking.
He's put his big boy pants on today.
What do you want from me? Yes. Over the.
Get to his Doxley in 3G there.
I'm gonna say, you up against that wall.
Yes.
Step away from it. You know what'll happen.
I don't think you know what'll happen.
Oi, ching ting ting. We have a little sibling. Get over here. It's time.
The first one went so well.
Yeah, damn it.
Annabel, a thumbs up.
No rest for the wicked tonight. Get over here. You know where the arms go.
And where to put your legs too. Get her all set up. Thank you. Sorry. Over to Annabel.
Officer Welker, I'm gonna hand him this.
Oh,
And
okay.
Through the bars as sneakily as possible.
I was gonna say I'll try.
Give me a stealth check. You can give me a sleight of hand check.
Likewise,
Yep.
be-
Still?
Yeah.
21.
21.
Nice.
and sleight of hand is Dirty 20.
Great. As you hand the paper, there's like just a slight crinkling of the paper, and you can hear what sounds like a heavy footstep. It sounds like Nestor's getting closer to his bars, like he just could hear people coming down the hall. But right as he sort of grabs the edges of the bars and pulls his face closer, TC pockets it, and he never sees it as you sort of exchange the note there.
Officer Welker, are we going outside for any reason into the downwield? Is it because I have some things on my person that I do not wish to take?
Well, that's enough, little one.
No, I'm fucking serious.
We're not. No downwheel trip today. Maybe the bellows.
Are we getting patted down?
No.
Then I will comply, sir.
You do what I say! Assume the position.
The process. Now you have your string of 3 prisoners here.
Form a line. We're headed downstairs.
All right.
Find out when I'm ready to tell you.
Doxley gets behind Illien. What the fuck is TC doing?
Something was in there at dinner, I'm sure of it.
God damn.
Okay, if we get to a series of cells there, it's not until we get around the corner there. No, I'm gonna
That
wait.
you could talk
Yeah,
quietly?
no.
I mean, you're walking by other
No,
prisoners.
not yet.
You can leave us in suspense.
Good.
It's all right.
That's right.
Up on the 6th floor, the cool air from the central skylight drifts into your cell. It causes you to shiver ever so slightly. Being a model inmate has some advantages, even if it hasn't made you a lot of friends, and one of those advantages is some small kindnesses shown by the guards that you've treated with courtesy and respect throughout your time here. You reach over and you grab a second heftier blanket that represents one of those small kindnesses. You drape it over your shoulders and you protect yourself against the chill. Cozy. Another long day drawing to a close. You poke one big red hand out from the blanket to scratch at your sideburns there, and it's at that moment that you hear some footsteps coming down the hall, which is strange because the patrolman just came through a couple of minutes prior. Suppressing any sense of curiosity, you mind your own business, as you've been wont to do. You continue to stare ahead at the opposite wall of your cell, where there's a charcoal on parchment sketch of Ichik's famous steeples. A place that you'd like to return to in person someday, preferably sooner rather than later. The footsteps stop, and you turn to the bars and you see the green and gray uniform belonging to Officer Thornfield, a man with a poor reputation for impartiality, and decidedly not one of the clinkers that affords you any small kindnesses, mainly because of your general disinterest or unwillingness to dabble in trades of information or illicit goods, which you know that he has a reputation for. He stands at the bars and crosses his arms, and he smiles. And then he takes out a set of manacles and jingles them. Mr. Muncy, Fort Contrition calls you to serve. Will you answer the call?
I have my blanket draped over me as I look towards the bars and say, it's a big moment because I got to do whatever I'm about to do for the rest of the day.
Don't be too quiet.
Say,
Come up to the table.
Well, let's get this over with.
Yeah!
We're gonna keep. That's him. That's what we're doing.
Here we are.
It can change. My accent changes constantly.
It's briefly British.
Yeah, and I stand up and walk and say, where you need me to be.
It seems that an old problem has reared its ugly head once more. We could use a man of your talents. Potentially dangerous, but the reward for your cooperation might make the time pass a little easier in you. Is that something that appeals to you?
I do a hearty sigh. I turn towards the sketch that I've done of this lovely place in Ichik that I wish to return to. And I look back up and I just give one of those.
Glad to hear it. Also, it's funny. Someone requested you specifically.
Is that right?
Paid a handsome price to be sure of it. See, Calvin, I always thought that you were above all that. See, this whole time, we could have been making music together.
I don't play any instrument.
So I've heard. Time to get back to your roots, soldier. Turn around, you know the drill.
I oblige.
Put the hands through the bars, you feel the cold grip of the handcuffs. Feet. And he leads you down the hall. You start to circle down the stairs, which you've done many times before, both for labor assignments, meals, outdoor time. You get down to the first floor of the prison ward here, and he stops you and he motions for another nearby guard to just sort of keep eyes on you. And you watch him as he goes down the hall a little bit, and he goes into a room on the right-hand side that you've seen people go in and out of before, and sometimes when people come out of that room, they don't look as good as when they went in the room. You think it's like an interrogation room. It's a sort of small little room that they might bring people in for questioning. So you're sort of waiting there in chains, sort of quietly, a couple guards keeping an eye on you, but we're gonna pivot to the inside of this room here. And the air in here is so stale. It's a prison, sure, the air is stale there, but you don't know how the people who work here tolerate such a stagnant atmosphere day in and day out. Even suffering through years of a foggy mind and hazy ambiguity as to your purpose, you always had the open air of the downwheel to draw breath from, and the soothing spray of the nearby waterfalls to draw comfort from. You look down at the clamps around your wrists and ankles, and you shake your head, and you look to the guard in the corner who's picking his nose and flicking boogers at the wall.
Wow.
Nice.
Such obvious pride in his work as he's been posted to keep an eye on you here in this interrogation room until they assign you a proper cell. You've been in here for 30 minutes or so. This whole place is pathetic, you think to yourself. A monument to greed masquerading as rehabilitation. And now the place is standing in the way of something that you need. The door opens, and in comes someone that you've spoken to before. It's Officer Thornfield. He comes in and crosses his arms. He looks to the guy in the corner who's still in the middle of sort of picking out a nice booger.
So many boogers.
And he gives him a little cock of the head, and the guy, Officer Thornfield, slips out the door. Mr. Flacara? Is that how you say it?
Flacara.
Well, we apologize for the delay in finding you a cell. We have the space here at the Wren, but we've been very diligent in cleaning up after past occupants, what with the gnaws going around and so forth.
It's all right.
Speaking of which, I got you what you asked for. Nice and quick. Don't even have to wait till tomorrow, see? I'm a man of my word. It's a bit of pest extermination. You think you can handle that? Not make me look like a fool for recommending you?
Yes.
Good. Now, Mr. Muncy will be joining you as you requested, along with 4 others. Privacy is a premium, I'm afraid. So you'll have to make do with this. We're assembling outside right now. Oh, and if anyone asks, you sailed with me as part of Perron's Coast Guard many years ago. Good times we had.
You sure do have a lot of words.
Incidentally, I haven't looked at your intake report. What exactly are you turning yourself in for? Besides dressing like a Five Crossings dandy.
Fantasy Rose.
Well, I don't believe that I need to tell you. I think it's written down.
You don't want to explain yourself, put it in your own words?
I think that the coin I offered was explanation enough. Sir.
Suit yourself. Come on then. Up you go. Get up from your seat. We're going to pivot around another moment. And for the 3 being led by Officer Welker, when you step back outside, the evening air is upon you. And your ill-fitting prison garb isn't doing much in the way of insulating. But it is a clear night. and the stars appearing overhead add a nice little dash of majesty to the otherwise very severe outlines of the 5 prison wards within these walls. The officer that provided your uniforms when you first arrived is sitting slumped over in the corner on a nearby bench, and he looks like he's weary. He's waiting for someone to relieve him, sort of take the night shift over. And because this outdoor area is meant for also horses and vehicles to pass through, when you got here, someone had brought a wagon into this area. It's pretty large. It's large enough that when TC stops you roughly at the center of this area, you're far enough away from any prying ears or eyes. Like, you could have a quiet conversation. You don't think that guy over there is going to hear you. The doors of the prison have shut closed, so there's nobody else around. It's the first time as a group since Gideon escorted TC away when you first came in from Detention Pass that the 4 of you are here alone and can speak.
What are we doing tonight, TC?
So, you heard about the gnawing plague that went through?
Yeah.
They didn't fully exterminate them all, so we are on a little cleanup mission tonight.
Oh, you're not taking us to safety?
No.
Okay.
No. You all get weapons, and we're being paired up with 2 other guards and 3 other prisoners. I don't know if either of you have had any run-ins in with, Holy shit, Evig's here.
What?
What?
I'm sorry?
Like, do I know his last name? Did we get his last name?
Yeah.
Did you say your last name? That's
I don't actually remember if I told you my last
But
name.
he's a fire genasi.
a fire genasi named Evig? I mean, you definitely
I think he did.
I think you did.
But what I mean is, like, I hear about a fire genasi named whatever he said.
I said it.
It's an okay assumption.
It's canon.
It's
It's
canon.
canon. He's
I
the
said
son.
it. It's canon.
You're pretty confident.
Okay. I'm pretty confident that Evig is here.
As a prisoner?
Yes.
Why?
I have no fucking
Sorry,
clue.
can somebody fill me on who the fuck Evig is?
Oh.
Okay, so
Not right now.
Annabelle, do you remember when I said think about in the next day if you want me to tell you some things and I'll blow your fucking mind?
Yeah, I told you blow it right away.
He's
Okay,
one of
here
the
we go.
mind blowers.
I'm gonna blow your mind right now. Evig is a fucking genasi that visited us in our fucking dreams last night and showed us some fucking shit. So now that he's in the prison, that's pretty fucking nuts.
It is. I don't know why he's here, and I don't know why Thornfield, of all people, put him up. He must have some kind of deal with him. It seemed like he didn't even know him himself, but he put him up on this mission. Anyway, Elliot the halfling, who,
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
and Calvin from upstairs.
Don't know
Never met
Calvin
him
either.
either.
All right.
You've made the rounds a couple times. You know what they're like?
Well, I had a little run-in with Elliot. I tried to see what he knew about the
Situation.
distribution lines here, and I probably showed my hand too quickly, so...
Okay, we're blowing past this thing that Evig's here.
I know,
We need
I
to
know.
tell him because last time we were trying to tell him stuff, we got kicked out of his fucking dream.
I know. I don't know how private this is going to be, though. There's going to be other guards. There's going to be Thornfield, and there's going to be Zinc. 2 guards are going to be with us all the time.
Where are we going to do this extermination?
There's a couple of different places. A storage chamber, a drainage chamber, and the larder.
So a chance to split up.
A chance to get...
And presumably, you haven't been to those, but
Yeah.
presumably they're all within the walls of the like you're not going outside into a little hall.
Might be able to pair one of you up with him at some point. Or with you and he and I.
All right.
Okay.
Annabelle, we'll give you more information when there's time.
Well, don't pair me up with him then.
Okay. Fine. You'll get weapons. How you feeling? It's been a long day, I know. All we have is long days here.
That cell is awful, but we won't be here too long, so should be okay.
That paper I handed you.
Oh.
You gotta figure out where the
is
fuck
that?
it's from. It ain't our ward, but it's a map. I stole it off the warden's desk.
Stolen off the warden's desk.
He takes it. The wind takes it away.
Just figure out what it's for. It could be for the North Ward.
Maybe. No other clues as to what it, nothing, there was nothing written on it
No,
next to
that's
it?
all that's on there. I didn't have time. I stole it off the warden's desk, for fuck's sake.
TC, before anything else, any leads on guards we can get more info from or prisoners?
Well, Thornfield's a fucker, obviously.
Obviously, this Thornfield is in deep with both prisoners and guards alike.
Oh, I can't wait to get him fired.
But more
Also, it's
information.
Kirby's the one that decides who goes out on these missions.
Oh, yeah, I found out about that.
Oh, you did you?
I'll try to tell him as much as I can about people. Sammy.
Rattle off some names.
Yeah, I'll tell him about Sammy. I'll tell him about Mallory. I'll tell him to watch out for Peregrine.
I mean, Thornfield had to go up to the 6th floor and then also had to go to the interrogation room. So there was a little time to exchange some names and some people that
I'll tell him I gotta find Myrtle Sweets. I'll tell him about Profiterole, having the note from the card, and Officer Duffin. I'll tell you that shit. Yeah.
I want to shake down Porfirio for something he's got.
No, you can't shake him down. It's hidden somewhere, so we've gotta cozy up to him, and that's through Myrtle.
Also, my turn. Great. So,
and as that
so as I said briefly, Porfirio and Indira, they're actively seeking out escape attempts. Porfirio's a piece of shit, and so if you want to use that as a way to get in with other guards that you found this out, I don't know if that'll get you any sway or anything.
Do you know if they have anybody else that they're working with, or is it just the two?
It was during the cave-in. They were actively looking to get away.
Yeah.
2, have you heard of a Trent Tyrun anywhere here?
No.
Not in this ward.
A family member?
No, not necessarily. A cousin.
Cousins are family.
Damn.
Yeah, cousin.
Oh, shit.
Not really.
He's our cousin. I've got a lot of cousins I hate, but
He's
they are
our
my
cousin.
family.
We never talked much growing up, but he's our cousin. Anyways, I heard he might not be here much longer.
All right.
But
He might not be here at all.
you don't think so?
Is this a lead,
It's
or you just would like to see him?
Tyrun, Myrtle Sweets, and Trent Tyrun, family members.
Just let me know if he's still here. If not,
It's all right. I got Merwin working on getting you to your relatives. TC can keep focused on the task at hand.
all right.
Remember, that's how I wiggled onto this team?
Okay, gang, are we all up to speed on each other's comings and goings now?
I think so.
Oh, I may need to smuggle some things through you to Corbin up above me,
All right.
but I'll let you know when that
Oh,
happens.
you made a friend.
Maybe. He seems to know a lot, so
Corbin.
he says he'll be here for a long time, so I don't know if he's been here a long time already.
All right.
All right, come on, I want to go see.
TC, I'm gonna talk to Nestor. He told me something about escaping. I wonder if he knows anything about the North Ward.
All
But
right.
your way of handling him is a little strange, so...
That's TC handling anybody, ever. And I love that about
I
you.
thought having the big guy on my side might be helpful.
Totally. I'm working on him.
All right, I'll leave him alone.
All right. Try to get to people we don't have on other floors, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
We can't just leave Evig in here if he's a prisoner. When we leave, I guess we'll try to get the warden to...
He can walk through people's dreams. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Okay.
He can
Oh, we'll
walk
talk
through
with him.
people's dreams.
Yeah, through ours.
She just-
last night.
That's
Okay.
where we met him.
Okay.
This is only.
You can
I am
cast
only
magic.
now
This is
being
crazy.
confirmed that this is a real person. Other people have ever seen him.
All right. Cool. Well, that's great. Can't wait to meet him.
And rewinding in time as some of that conversation was happening, as Thornfield brings you back out into the hallway, he takes you sort of by the chained hands, the manacles that he has, and we've explained this before, but when they bring prisoners to different areas within the prison and outside, they first take everybody out of their cells, and then you're attached with a chain, like a link between each of you. So at the wrists, at the ankles, and then like a chain that goes from Evig to Calvin and then to the next person. So as he takes you out in the hallway, he takes that chain and he links it. Give me a moment, I'll be right back. And he sort of gives you a little wink as if to sort of he's given you an opportunity here, the two of you to sort of you see the two each other. There is one other person linked, remember?
damn it.
There's also the halfling that's there as well. So he gives a little wink. There's also like guards around and stuff. You could speak quietly to each other, but for the first time in over a month, the two of you make eye contact.
Mr. Muncy.
Mr. Evig. Hey, thanks for,
Did you get my letter?
Of course I got your letter.
Do you have any questions?
Got tons of questions.
And you hear a little jingle in the halfling sort of turns. Gentlemen.
Mind your fucking own.
Gentlemen. He's only like a foot away, but he turns.
Taking a lot of big swings and they're paying off. All right.
oh my god.
You can see Officer Thornfield's going. He looks like he's talking to another officer and maybe just explaining. He sort of points to you guys and just explaining that he's going to take you guys out of the ward here. So just another moment here at the.
Now, I'm not an expert, but it seems like we've got a very limited time to coordinate this ruse.
That's correct. I thank you to be a bit more vague in front of the halfling.
Gentlemen.
Say it again, I'll smack you out.
Who is chained closest to the halfling?
The halfling's in the front, you're in the middle, and Evig's in the
Oh, so you're just...
He's talking past you. Yep. Because you're not seeing when the halfling turns, because you're looking over your shoulders. The halfling's turning, and then Evig
and then
over
it
you.
was me.
That's great.
Well, this was your bright idea.
It was my
What the
bad.
hell you wanna do?
When we're alone, I'll get into a bit more detail. Unfortunately, we've got some unwanted company. And for that unwanted company that may be tuning in, I'd just like to remind them that we two people can make life awfully hard if they run their mouth.
Give me an intimidation
I
check.
haven't done a goddamn
Not you.
Not you!
18.
18. As you sort of say that, and he looks over his shoulder and, what?
He's a smart man.
Thornfield looks like he's coming back in your direction.
He's coming back in our direction.
We'll find a time to reconnect.
Everybody ready to make the mothers proud?
I think we're long from that.
Too true. Too true.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Mr. Gottlieb? Come on. The group starts to head out. The doors open up, and the four of you, TC, and the other three prisoners, you watch as this line of people comes out. First one to come out is Officer Thornfield. The next one in line is Elliot Gottlieb, who you briefly had an exchange with. And then the two people who are after that are one person that you don't recognize, or that you might have passed by his cell when you were making the rounds, but he didn't speak to you. You didn't sort of have any impression. Fleck hasn't said anything about Calvin. You heard the name in the office. And then the person after that, as Calvin comes down the stairs, you can then see Evig's head propped up above that.
I'm sorry,
The three of them.
what does Calvin look like?
What does Calvin look? Calvin, we can talk a little bit. But do you want to describe a little bit about what Calvin looks like?
Yeah, Calvin's a hobgoblin. And
For real?
he's got sideburns, real cool sideburns. I'm imagining him with a cowboy hat, but we're in prison, so probably got confiscated. But usually
good
he's
with a
got a
cowboy
cowboy
The kind of
hat.
guy who
He
looks
can
like he's
pull it
wearing
off.
a
Let's just say.
Even when he's not, you picture him with your
Yeah. Yeah. Hobgoblins are pretty big, right? Like,
Yeah, they are.
be like-
They're a little bigger, bigger built, and typically more level-headed than their goblin-related species. It's a different species than goblin. Typically, they fill a sort of in larger cities that have a goblin population, which would include Perron and some of the other bigger cities. They fill a little niche where a lot of people don't like dealing with goblins directly for business. They don't like to buy wares directly from them. They have kind of an unsavory reputation. They're pushed to some of the outskirts and the smaller parts of town. Hobgoblins often fill that space when people want to buy things or, purchase goblin services but don't want to deal with them. So hobgoblins can be the middleman of sorts. You don't see a ton of them in Perron, but you've seen them here and there. Sort of reddish skin, bigger frame. Yeah, they're like human-sized, not like goblin-sized.
They like goblin features?
They have pointed ears and the reddish skin and sort of a little bulbous nose.
Wow.
Yeah. So you've seen, this isn't the first hobgoblin you've ever seen, but they're, but it's unusual.
I'm imagining them green. Are they green?
Their skin's reddish, actually.
So he's got reddish skin. I imagine that he has a lot of tattoos. I can't think of any specific ones. He's got a farm, so he's probably got a horse.
Hell yeah.
Tattoo.
A horse tattoo. Because he really likes his farm.
He's a tattoo of a cowboy hat on his
Absolutely.
Why we keep
That's
He
why
got
you're
that
here.
after they
Imagine-
confiscated it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And then, like I said, that final one that you see, except for Annabel, you're shocked to see in the flesh. The slim-figured Fire Genasi, gray streaks in his red hair. He is lacking that ominous bell that called you down into the sort of dream version of the Paramount Lodgings lobby. It's Evig Flacara, and you couldn't even begin to imagine what he would be doing in a place like this. You don't know if he's been here the whole time. You don't know if this is a recent development.
Did he fucking know we were gonna be here?
I have no idea what he knows and doesn't know.
And likewise from the other side, you are surprised to see some people that you have seen in a different time and place. So as you're kind of coming down the stairs there, yeah, you clock those faces. All right.
It's like a healthy crew.
Everybody meet everybody else. No need to waste time on introductions because we're not here to socialize.
How'd you do, everybody?
Good evening, Officer Thornfield.
Good evening. Now, Officer Welker is going to take up the rear, and we're going to make our way to Storage 6. It's a couple 100 feet that way. No problem at all. Let's be quiet, and let's be civilized, and let's get this done, yeah?
Yes, sir.
At your service.
All right.
Huzzah.
Follow me. Let's take the lead there.
Do my
Yeah,
from
if
earlier.
if you need to do a short rest, sort of hit points or anything.
Did you just roll double ones?
I rolled 3d8, and that's a 2, a 2, and a 1.
Well done.
Anthony.
You get to add con.
Okay.
To each one.
3d8, 5. All right, it's fine.
You can add it to each one though. You're not.
I know.
He just doesn't like it.
Do you remember that huge hit I took this afternoon of like 30 plus?
Where you haven't let us forget.
All right. Yes. Damn, that's
Keep
bad.
it snippet.
So we're walking toward the thing?
Yeah, so once again, similar to when you were headed to Plover Point, there's 2 lines of 3. So it's Elliot and Illien in the front next to each other, so you're next to the halfling. In the middle is Doxley and Calvin, sort of side by side. And then in the back is Annabel and Evig. So Thornfield's walking a little bit ahead. You could have sort of a quiet back and forth. You wouldn't want to have a prolonged conversation because someone might catch someone's attention. But with Thornfield at the helm, the group sort of marches in a vaguely northern direction, although he doesn't look like he's headed for the Nightingale Ward, just sort of loosely in that direction. So everybody's kind of marching along there.
Illien, Tyrun.
Elliot.
Nice to meet you.
No.
Yeah, as of today. It's been a long day.
Let me know if you need anything.
Will do.
Moving to the next part in line there.
Really lovely
Doc.
guy. Sorry.
I'm Calvin.
Calvin.
Calvin, how'd you do? What's your name again?
Doxley.
Doxley. That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool name. Where's that from?
Haran, actually.
Tyrun. Oh, I got a buddy whose wife is from Tyrun. Nice to meet you. I'm Calvin. Did I say that?
You did. It's a pleasure.
Nice
yeah.
to meet you. Pleasure.
First day.
Time passes quicker when you got somebody to talk to. You kind of pass the time with them. I've been here a while. Welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
It gets better.
You remind me of someone, Calvin.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's actually right fucking in front of me. It's my brother.
Oh,
He's also very
I do a little.
going.
Hey, how'd you do?
Hi, Illien.
Alien.
With an I.
Yeah. I'm Calvin.
Calvin.
How'd you do?
Great. Great. Did you need something? You jerked.
Yeah, I just need to pass the time a little bit, trying to make some new friends.
Well, you've made one in me, Calvin.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's good to hear. Not everybody has that attitude around here.
I have been getting that feeling about many people.
Yeah,
Do you know a Porfirio? Porfirio?
Porfirio. You do know him. He's
That's
a prisoner.
the asshole, right?
He's a prisoner in the ward. He's in the cell next to Illien, and he has a reputation. He has tried to, not just guards, he tries to get on the administration's good side by blackmailing people, like planting contraband on them and then
So as
tattling
soon as
on
you
them.
say that, I say,
First friend. Yeah, first friend I tried to make. Yeah, I think that was the worst one.
yeah,
You're not gonna try it.
he's a goddamn stick in the mud. I'll tell you that.
I
I'll
see.
tell you that right now.
That's putting it lightly, I'd say. I'm looking forward to chatting with you more time.
In spite of everything, Doxley is just shaking her head with a light smile.
Moving back one more rung in the line.
I hear that you're a man of dreams.
Oh my God! Excuse me?
I hear that you visit people in dreams, sir.
You are
This
the
ain't
man
me.
of my dreams.
This ain't me trying to pick you up.
Ma'am, I don't want you to get the wrong impression here, but
No,
why don't we just keep to ourselves?
Okay. But I'm friends with these other fellers.
Well, how'd you do?
My ears perk as I hear how'd you do. I turn around and say, hi, how'd you do?
Hi. I'm Annabel.
Pleasure, I'm Calvin. Hey,
Calvin,
dude.
lovely
Hey,
to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. It's my
See,
pleasure.
you can have a little courtesy. Just
Give me,
something to think about.
give me a perception check.
13.
When Annabel says you can have a little courtesy, you just see Elliot in the front sort of.
I just lock eyes with Elliot.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm not sure about you, madam, but I did not come to prison to make friends.
Oh. No, I didn't either.
Nobody really ever comes to prison, though, do they?
Some people do.
Visitors. You know.
I really like that guy.
It doesn't take long, and with Thornfield at the helm, they march in that northward direction. You can see that he's not heading for the Nightingale, but instead a very small stone shed. It's just inside the exterior walls of Fort Contrition. It's such a diminutive structure that you're nearly certain that this is just the above-ground portion that you're seeing of this supposed storage 6, because you wouldn't need 6 people to search every corner of this. I mean, it must be 10 by 10, this sort of above-ground portion. It's very small. Standing beside the door is a younger, half-elven man who seems to be expecting you. When he sees you guys all kind of coming, he straightens a little bit, gives a nod to Thornfield, who's in the front there. And next to him, he has a wheelbarrow that looks to be piled with several hand crossbows, daggers, short swords, bucklers, leather breastplates. It's not, an inspiring arsenal. It's not the most incredible weaponry you've ever seen, but it's sharpened, it's sturdy enough to do the trick against lesser foes.
Hell yeah.
As you approach, he seems to be sizing up the party that's been assembled. He looks past Thornfield and looks just to see who he's got. And you can register that he looks a little puzzled by the lack of faces that he recognizes. Like, he sees Calvin and gives a little nod. This is an officer that you've seen around the prison. But then as he sees most of the other people, Elliot he recognizes as well. He doesn't say anything, but he's curious that so many people have been assembled that he's never met before. Officer Thornfield and Officer Welker, sorry. I'm Officer Zink. And to the rest of you, thank you for volunteering. And if all goes well, I will try to see to it that they fix you up all right. I'm one of the guys that has to come in and out of these storage cellars all the damn time, so, greater good and all that, but you're doing me a personal favor. I don't want to wind up skinny as a pole with my teeth chattering from some plague. We're going to outfit y'all with some leather and give you some iron to hold. Now, I'm sure it has already been imparted to you, but please do not make us regret that. And we're still inside the walls here, and they've posted extra lookouts. He points up at the sort of battlements there on the walls, and you can see there's a couple officers patrolling up there. And nobody's gonna get loose, so go on and get that idea right out of your head. Nobody's escaping tonight.
That's right.
Thank you, Officer Welker. Thank you. Now, the cellars may be 150 feet across, and it's full of crates. But there's nothing worth stealing down there, so, don't even try. You got boxes full of blankets, bedding, chains, torches, kitchenwares. Nothing that's worth getting rebuked over, so they're gonna search you when you get back to the Wren, so just be careful. Now, there's not too much else to say. Officer Carlisle got bit by a nasty-looking rat a couple days ago, and now she's laid up with the gnaws. Now, I couldn't say for certain that this is where they're making their nest, which is, I guess, why they're having you look at a couple other places. He sort of motions to Thornfield. Yeah, the drainage chamber and the larder. Yeah. We'll take a look at each of those. We'll go one at a time, just so we're not too split up. Spread out and be thorough, and also be careful. You might be picturing in your head something that you can hold in the palm of your hand, but gnawing plague-infested rats will get cat-sized, and sometimes even small goat-sized.
Wow.
And the tricky thing is, they're malleable as hell, just like a normal rat. You wouldn't believe the tiny cracks that they can wriggle into. So if you see a crack in the wall, careful getting too close to it. Keep your wits about you.
I heard tell of possible Queen Mother.
We're looking for a nest. Hopefully that means that we've eradicated the problem. Now, if you see the nest, if the opportunity presents itself to light it with a torch or something, go on and do that. But if it's full of rats and you can't get close, you call the rest of us and we'll see if we can coordinate some kind of attack.
Very well.
Got a question back there?
If I may, do you have anything like flares or the like? If we do see a crack, to smoke them out or anything, are we supposed to leave those cracks be?
There's a couple braziers down there that you could
Alright.
pick up a stick from, use the smoke from it.
Great. Okay.
Try not to, light any crates on fire or nothing.
Right.
Everybody be careful, be smart. Seems like a good crew, and we'll all do each other a favor here. You help out the prison, we'll help you out. That makes sense to everybody? Hey, Calvin, nice to see you.
Good to see you too. How'd you do?
Good, thanks. All right. Everybody come on and grab some weapons, grab some shields, grab some armor, and then we'll take you downstairs. And the group sort of comes forward.
Got any great swords?
Nothing bigger than a short, sorry.
What about any heavy armor?
Nothing but the leathers. It's just what you see here, folks.
Yakuwa?
I don't even know what that is.
I'll march past everybody that this is another day. I'll put on some light armor, take a dagger. I'll just do this with the dagger like it's a revolver. Put it in my belt.
A little more grateful like this one here.
I'll
go
do
a
the
long
same.
way.
I'm just gonna. But I'm not. Can I take a dagger and a crossbow?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's enough for you can take kind of whatever you want.
Just so I don't get in trouble later, I would also like to take a crossbow.
I too would like to take a crossbow.
You may. Yes. Yeah, you can take a ranged weapon, which is the little hand crossbows, and then probably your choice of either a short sword or a dagger, depending on which one you want, and then some leather armor. We'll go through some of this.
Great.
Yeah, we'll go through some of this when it comes to.
If we get into combat.
And then what kind of shield was it?
Just a buckler, but it's
You know what?
Right.
I refuse to go
Plus
down
two.
there.
Yeah, I was not told what this was going to be. I don't know.
Oh, this is what's being provided? No, thank you.
Great sword only.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Leather armor. Okay.
All right, y'all look like some proper rat hunters.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's go on downstairs. We'll show you what the storage cellar looks like, and then I'll let you all take a look around. We'll probably split up into teams of 2 or something, and we'll take different corners of the room and look for signs, rat droppings, stains on the ground, tails, anything. They shed their tails, so you might see one left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lead the way.
All right, let's go. You start down, and this sort of steep staircase dips down for about 15 feet. And then it comes to another set of doors, which Zinc pushes open. And it reveals a surprisingly well-lit, there's some braziers down here, and very neatly organized room. And if this wasn't underground, it might be better described as kind of a warehouse than a storage cellar. It's not sort of a dusty old cellar. It's quite open. The boxes are clearly neatly organized. The boxes are piled pretty tall, and there's even like little makeshift plank walkways. Like people clearly like stack things up very high in here. This is used for a lot of the basic wares in the prison. Already with some of the crates, the lids of the crates are open. You can see lots of chains inside, bedding, bedrolls, kitchenwares, all the things that he sort of described already. I'm going to show you guys what we're looking at.
Oh, these things sound so fucking gross.
Yeah, they sound.
I want to
Yeah,
Can I
with the
collect the tails
hate it.
to give to Maeve later?
Ooh.
Is that a thing?
You could pick up some tails if you wanted.
Do they wriggle?
Oh, wait.
No, that's it's not. Oh, should I have not turned this on yet?
Oh no, you can. This is just like the waiting screen.
Looks great. Looks
We're
awesome.
just
Cozy
hanging.
as fuck.
Oh, is Morna still in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Avig's here in the back too.
We're all telling stories around the fire.
Except for Evig hanging out.
Yeah.
Being a
I didn't come here to make friends.
I came here to win.
There we go. There we go. All right, let's go to the storage space.
I'll pull it up when you're ready.
Look at that.
Okay, we are in here.
Righty.
Excellent.
Look at
So this is what you get. You guys are coming in from this set of doors over here, and you're looking at this sort of neatly organized chamber here. There's a number of these sort of raised braziers off of the floor. Like I said, there's some walkways so that people can stack boxes on top of each other. Some lanterns hanging. There's a little desk over here where it looks like they're keeping, inventory of what's here in the storage room. He opens up the door. All right, everybody, step inside. Step inside. Wait here if you don't mind. Step inside. And then he just don't want anybody, trying to escape or letting any rats loose. So we're just gonna keep the doors closed. All right. I guess I'll take 2. Who wants to come with me?
I'll go.
All right. Anybody else?
Doxley gives a knowing glance to Illien.
And
I
since
would
nobody-
like to give a knowing glance to
I was like-
Evig.
Sure.
Another
Damn it.
kind of glance.
Go.
I was like, okay.
Since nobody speaks up for Zinc besides Doxley, you see Elliot sort of raise his hand. All right, I'll take you 2. We'll go over here. Sort of leads you in that direction, sort of in a southern direction in this way. All right. Officer Thornfield steps up. Who's coming with me?
And I'm gonna see and like shove an elbow into Calvin's ribs.
Okay.
Volunteer.
There's a fire, Ganassi, that I knew growing up, and I would just love to talk with you and about that culture. Was so cool. Would you mind going with me? No pressure.
This isn't a social gathering.
Well, I want to enjoy the company while I'm out looking for rats that might kill me.
Look, I don't give a shit. Come on, both of you.
Sounds like you're with me, Calvin.
Oh, pleasure.
Evig.
And TC, you have the 2 remaining.
Alvin and Annabel for me.
And Evig's hair turns 3 shades. You guys start to split in different directions now. You're sort of looking through as you go off. You can see people slow down, look at the stacks of boxes, move a couple crates just to see if anything's between them. Go over to the stone walls on the side, kind of run your hands up and down. I need everybody to give me investigation checks.
Is it kind of dark enough in here that you kind of want to have a torch with you?
Sorry,
If you're not, there's a number of standing torches, and if you're not near one of them, it's dim. It's not like black, but it's dim. If you're in like the back corners, it can be a little dim.
Jesus.
I do.
I'll take one. I'll like take out. There's extra.
There's some wooden sticks in the braziers that you can pull out to have.
And I'll do that.
Sure,
I'll
you
have
may
that
do.
one.
Go around the table.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Roll to win.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I rolled 22.
22,
18.
18,
11.
11,
19.
19.
Go off. All the other times that I've come here, everybody's rolling natural ones.
Don't get excited.
That was just in the dream. So you guys start to go, and we'll follow Doxley and Elliot and Zinc first.
Okay.
As you guys start to move through the stacks, you take this wall. You sort of move along the wall, and you're moving through here, looking at some of these boxes, looking at the walls. You get to this juncture here where you can peer underneath this sort of walkway, and there's another stack of crates kind of here.
Okay.
And you catch something out of the corner of your eye as you're moving through here. And it looks like it's like between these 2 crates that are stacked there, there's a little bit of a tail sticking out, like almost like it was smushed between the 2 crates. Like you don't see it moving. There's like
Okay.
a limp tail hanging ever so slightly out the back there.
Okay.
And you're the only one that's seen it in your group so far. You see, Elliot's kind of looking up and down. He's got his hand crossbow, being very kind of careful. And Zinc's taking up the rear.
I guess to Zinc, can I just like take it? Bracer. I have a bracer. I'm just gonna kind of bonk him a little with my bracer silently.
The buckler?
Buckler, sorry.
Sure.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
And get his attention.
Yeah.
And then kind of gesture for him to look in that direction. Go for it. was your shot. Excellent.
Oh my god.
Great.
Is he okay?
Doxley awkwardly takes out the crossbow. It's been a while.
You are
but I'm
proficient
proficient in
You
it.
are proficient in it.
You know, not usually your thing.
We're not chained anymore, are we?
You are chained. Not together, but there's slack. It's like when you guys were mining. So there's wrist with a length between and legs as well. Enough that you can swing a weapon and shoot a weapon, but it's...
We are just chained, but we're not to the guard.
No, and not chained to each other either. Just
just
wrists
us.
and ankles. Yep, you just have
Amazing.
chains like
We
on
are
your person, not
loose.
between each other. Yep.
No, really.
You're not as
manage.
fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a
Is that
three-legged race.
crossbow and
situation.
aims.
It's a hand crossbow, yeah.
Channels TC. Shoots it.
Give me an attack roll. Give me the D20
Will
plus
you-
Dex plus proficiency because you are
20
proficient.
dex proficiency.
Will you truly channel?
12 to hit.
12 to hit. And as the bolt goes out, it sticks into the, like, just above where the tail is on the crates there, and then the tail disappears between the two crates.
Oh, jeez.
Look, I usually don't make shots with manacles on my fucking wrists.
It's a good try.
Don't patronize me, Officer Zink.
Elliot, let's take a look. You start to move in that direction. We'll pivot over to Group 2, which was Illien and Evig and Officer Thornfield. Now you guys kind of went through the middle here. So you headed over to these crates. You passed this desk that looked like it had some of the like manifest information. And you guys continued sort of back in this little area here. And you rolled a natural 20 as well.
I did.
Okay. As you're moving through here, you start to get to this back corner, and you rolled a 20-something.
I rolled an 18.
18.
I rolled a 22.
You rolled a 22. Great. Well, as you guys get into this back corner here, Thornfield is behind you guys. So the two of you are walking ahead, kind of slowly, peeking around corners. Thornfield's looking up at the ceiling, checking that desk that's over there with the notices on it. So you guys come through here before Thornfield does, and you look at this back stack of crates. And one of this stack of 3 here, as you come around the corner, it rattles ever so slightly. And Evig clocks that, and you guys see it. And Illien, with that extra natural 20, something had a little piece of itself sticking out, then sort of slips behind, like it was trying to get itself even further behind the stack of crates. But it was a hand. Like, not a rat limb, like something's hand that was holding onto the side of the crate, then tried to get itself, like, flattened up against the wall there.
Evig, we'll talk later, but that was no, rat. There was a hand there.
The hell do you mean it's a hand?
There was a hand. It looked like a person's hand. Do I, approach, or should we tell...
Thornfield's still a couple steps back. He hasn't, like, noticed what you guys are doing.
Should we say we haven't found anything and that I'll take a loop so I can get a closer look, or what do you think?
Send Thornfield, goddammit. Don't send yourself to look after a strange hand.
What if it's someone that...
Listen, I know that y'all are pretty good at fighting, but whatever is over there shouldn't be over there.
I'm gonna take a quick look at the desk. We'll be right there.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna keep looking.
Takes a step away.
This is someone hiding that needs help. I don't know.
I'm gonna go to the brazier and just grab a flame, mostly because I just want to have fire on me, so that I can.
Again, there's like a number of sticks stuck into it. So
Yeah.
Take one out.
Here, just walk slowly with me. And still,
Walk
like,
slowly.
barely,
Behind.
yeah, barely above a whisper as I get closer to that crate. Hey, so I saw what could have been something behind these boxes, and if someone was happened to be there, they should make themselves aware before they get stabbed in the gut.
Or set on fire.
Give me. Both of you give me a persuasion check. It's sort of with advantage. We'll take the higher of the two rolls.
Well, that's a drag.
9.
Okay, persuasion is gonna be 17.
17. The crates rattle a little bit more again. And it sounds like what it seems like is someone's trying to get closer to the edge, maybe to peek out or to listen. And what happens is a long light green ear is the first thing to poke itself out, short in stature, Seems like there might be a goblin behind the crates there.
I creep closer toward like the edge of the wall. Evig, I'm not sensing much. Do you want to check the other side of this crate, see if there's anything on that side? Say that loud enough so that kind of through the room.
Give me a deception check.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Nothing a Wolverine.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Right. You thought you heard Thornfield like take a step to try and look, and then goes back to like looking through the papers at the desk there.
Okay, I keep creep closer. Okay, check the other side for me in case they run or anything.
You check the other side.
No. I'm step
What do you mean? In case they run, they're gonna run right into me.
Okay, then just watch. And I get closer to the wall, and I try to.
You get as soon as you can get to the wall where you can see, like you see as flat as they can possibly be. They've tried to pull the crates so that they're like this.
Good evening. Do I recognize this goblin?
You do not.
Oh.
What are you doing here?
I'm not here.
Okay, we can keep that between us if you tell us why you're here.
Can I see like through the crack
On the other side.
on the other side?
Sure, yeah.
I'd just like to put my crossbow up so that he's looking at Illien, but on the other side, there is a bolt at his head.
Just tell me why you're here, and I'll keep it a secret. I promise.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on.
No, too many rolls. Oh. That's gonna be 7.
You came here by accident.
Long shot. Do you know a Clark Bark?
Yeah, I know Clark Bark.
Oh my god. Hey,
I'm sorry, is this some sort of reunion? Because I can think of one real quick way to make sure that he doesn't make any noise.
no, we don't touch him. This could be good. Clark Bark. We go back a week, 6 days. We know him. Okay.
Okay. You can help Clark Bark by turning around and pretending you didn't see me.
I will. Just tell Clark Bark that he should try to get us information. I don't know what I want from you.
I know what I want for you. Get the fuck out of
Okay,
here.
I'm gonna start turning.
And as you turn away, you see Thornfield. He's not like looking up, but he's taking a couple papers off that desk and he's just sort of flipping through something. You find anything over there?
Nothing much. Looking around these crates.
Maybe a little something.
Oh, you saw something. Is it on the other side? Nothing over here.
Nothing over here.
All right, let's go around the corner. Come
Perfect.
on. He starts to walk. Now he's ahead of you, and the goblins are.
And I go,
Listen, he's a friend of an acquaintance. If he knows Clark,
I don't give a damn what he is to you, all right? I got my own reasons for being here.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing here, Evig?
Let's find the fucking rats.
You're not getting off that easy.
We're gonna pivot to the other group. So this is TC walking with Calvin and Annabel. So you guys took the eastern wall here. So you kind of came through here, walking along. This is where TC sort of you wanted to grab one of the sticks out of the brazier there. And you continue to walk toward this corner. Now you had a 21 or something 22. On that. You're 22. Nice. As you guys are walking along, you see these two open crates on the left side. We'll say that Annabelle spots these first. What was yours? Sorry.
Oh, 19.
19. We'll say Annabelle spots them first. These crates look to have bedding in them, like straw, bits of, like sort of clumps of straw and stuff. One of them looks very neatly packed in like several layers. And then the second one looks like a little askew, as if someone dug or pulled something out of it and then put the straw back on top of it. So it looks disturbed in some way. Like
someone or something.
Either. It looks like something moved through the crate there. Like there's some straw sticking up at like sort of odd angles, as if something went through the straw of this crate here.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, basically with my crossbow go into the crate and sort of...
You see Annabelle walking over to the crate? Yeah.
Have you found something?
And Calvin, you're seeing this as well. You're right
looks
there.
as if this has been disturbed.
All right.
So I'm gonna sort of like use the crossbow bolt to sort of move some stuff aside.
The front of the crossbow there.
Yeah.
Can I hold an action in a way? If I see something come out of that, I'm firing.
You may do so. Give me an investigation check as you dig through it. And Calvin, who's kind of walking, you have your crossbow and you're sort of back a little bit. Give me a perception check as they're working through the crate there.
Sorry, you said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's 18.
18.
I got a 13.
13. So you're back a couple steps from them as they're searching through. You're sort of here-ish as they're rifling through the crates. Mm-hmm. And over in this corner, as they are working their way through the crates, you see something sort of moving behind the crates back there. Not sure what it was. Not that the roll wasn't high enough to see sort of anything else, but the crate moved, was disturbed, something moving behind it.
I would like to immediately walk towards it.
You see that TC and Annabel
Don't go too far.
I say,
start to head in that direction. Move over there.
Watch my back.
I forget to bring a brazier, but I don't want to. I'm going to stick to my guns here. So
You like a source of light?
yeah, do
I think you have dark vision also as a hobgoblin.
Yeah, I don't even need it.
Yeah, and even so, you're not that far from the standing one. There's a decent amount of light in here, so you can kind of see everything in here. And as you get to this corner here, you could use the movement of the crate has stopped. But if you wanted to, you could move the crate or try and peek
Yeah, I
behind it.
think I'll just take the crate and just.
Oh my god. Impulsive.
And with its green goblin ears.
Yeah, I'm
sticking
kind
out.
of at a loss here. I'm computing in my head
Your brethren.
the penalty of letting this go if it's discovered versus how bad I'd feel if I did report this person.
To give a little context, you know for a fact that there are no goblins working here. So this isn't someone who should be here. You know that right off the bat. I mean, if his demeanor didn't give it away, you know that right off the bat. Goblins have a little bit of an unsavory reputation in some places. However, in Brunkhollow and some of the surrounding areas, there's a bit of a treaty, a bit of a truce. Like goblins have a bigger
I would
stake
have a
in-
relationship to like
Maybe, yeah.
that because I know I'm an intermediary for
Yes.
a lot of like sales and stuff.
Definitely.
Like that, so.
You have met both. You've met goblins that you couldn't stand, and you've met some that you work alongside. No problem.
I wonder.
Do I
Okay,
see
so
that?
I'm gonna
Not
use,
yet. We'll get to the crate as you're digging through it.
I'm gonna use just as a shot in the dark. I'm gonna try to use some thieves' cant. Just
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to see if I can like Morse code something.
What would
Like,
you like to
going
try
like
and communicate?
scratch my head and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Here?
I love this.
As you sort of impart that message, two things happen.
I'm Calvin. How y'all doing tonight?
See the cowboy hat? As you start to impart that message, you see that he seems to at least understand some of it. He might not be sort of fluent as you are in Thieves' Cant, but he picks up on some things. You can tell that he's at least dealt with some people that are able to speak that. As he gets that message in, you can see that he's trying to impart back, and again, it's a little broken because he's not as sort of fluent in it as you are. He's trying to impart back to you that I was here to drop something for someone. Pretend I wasn't here. And TC, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm still just over here like.
Yeah, you're like moving the crate, moving it back, moving another crate, but you're keeping your eye on him there. Yeah.
In the ground, kicking dust.
You couldn't pick up exactly what they were saying, but TC, as a fellow thieves can't, you pick up on a couple odd phrases and things.
Because he's over there in the corner talking to himself, and he's
a
can't.
little muttering.
I'm
Yeah, he's
more saying
more like using some visual cues, some
visual
signals.
thieves, some ASL thieves can.
But TC very well versed in that, so you can notice that. Also, this is all happening at the same time. You were digging through the crate, and as you move some of the straw along, your hand touches what feels like glass, clink, 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 and it feels like there's some like bottles down there. Without sort of looking yet, you can feel the cold glass on your fingertips there.
Cool. I'm gonna look and see.
A number of bottles, a couple different colors. Give me a just drink them all.
so thirsty.
Yeah.
Give me a nature check.
Okay. Oof. 12.
12, yeah. You don't immediately recognize, on sight what some of these potions are. You would recognize some of the more common ones. They're not healing potions. You would recognize those. There's something else.
Okay, shit.
But yeah, it's probably 4x4, 16 bottles at the bottom of this crate here. Not all the same. Some of them look different colors.
Anything in there?
Just shit that shouldn't be. Contraband.
I'm gonna come over and take a look real quick.
You see the same things? Give me a nature check.
Nature.
Come on, nature. The ranger probably.
Nature boy. 9.
Same thing. Like nothing that you immediately recognize. Definitely not healing potion. Not something as common as that you would for sure.
I'm just gonna tuck it back and then.
Did you? Calvin's over here talking to himself, and I'm gonna start walking over.
Walk over there, and before we're able to have that discussion confrontation, we're gonna take a little break.
Oh my god!
You guys are crushing it. Thank you so much.
Oh my god! Holy smokes, so fun.
This is great. Totally bogarted.
I gotta get some info from you.
It's interesting because I don't know what you guys don't know, so it's a lot of fun for me to find out.
We don't know what you know.
So much mystery.
We have no idea.
And we're gonna pick right back up there with TC, maybe a fellow thieves canty in there with him.
Maybe.
Yeah, and like you would know this as well.
Wow.
Just some, movements, hands around the face, brushing of the hair, like some of that can be some voguing.
Voguing in the
You would just recognize that as subtle attempts to communicate, small things.
Calvin just dead drops in them.
Thornfield's like, I don't know what's going on over there. But that's where we're gonna pick it up. Thank you all so much. Quick break. Enjoy the Brunkhollow Powerball, etc. All the fun and games.
A little trailer of, if you missed Daggerheart, there's a little, couple-minute trailer of the Daggerheart episode yesterday.
Trailers, Jordan, right now.
Oh my God.
Trailers, Jordan, right now.
Gotta go!
All right, everybody.
You're telling me that you've actually heard the voice of a god?
I am.
I don't buy it.
Oh yeah?
What's she sound like?
Beautiful.
Beautiful's not a sound.
Yeah, it is.
Do it. Yeah, alright, that sounds pretty nice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then I want to just pick him up and fly like 3 feet in the air and kind of like drop him. You know what I mean? Like pick up and drop him, pick up and drop.
I think everything in nature deserves a chance, and well, it's not its fault that it breached the mycelium network, I think.
Okay, Sprig, it's getting harder to hear you as the rocks keep falling.
What do you mean all the rocks are hanging low?
I believe in you, Sprig.
Like you're kind of like hoisting yourself onto its thorax a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing?
Yeah, and from there, I'm gonna go, all right, down, big fella.
I would like to pull the flute out and play a love serenade between the two of them. Can I roll for success? Yeah, I'm playing a serenade.
I would say go ahead and make a presence check and see how good this tune is that you're throwing down.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your duality and add your presence. Add your presence modifier.
Boy.
You rolled well. You rolled with fear. I have 3 Thieves' Cant translation cards, and you get to pick 2 of them.
Oh, this is very exciting.
Pick 2 of them. You think someone's trying to prevent attacks from reaching their intended destination, or they're trying to bring things to our plane?
Maybe a little bit of both.
We're cooking now.
And not just mushroom soup, all right?
She kind of like dips her head low so you can like maybe, attach it.
Good work today. Yeah, I know. We gotta leave.
All right, will you stay safe now, Sprig, and tell everybody else to stay safe.
I will. Jeremiah, is there anything you want from the road?
Like a souvenir?
Yeah, I don't know.
You look a little hurt.
I did take a little bit of a beating back there, no doubt.
Do you want to talk about it while I heal your wounds?
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to chapter 42 of Brunkhollow. We're deep into the rat hunting mission, but a couple complications have popped up along the way. There's some curious creatures that seem to have been arranging some kind of exchange here at this storage cellar. Some unexpected visitors. Something that's, reason for it to kind of make sense as you guys see some of them is this is off hours for like getting stuff out. Like it's late at night, so them being here, they might have certainly not expected anyone to be coming down here, but because of this last minute sort of rat mission, there's people here that they wouldn't normally see. But before we dive back in and find out what our friends are up to,
okay, the Apothecary resubscribed, Deirdre resubscribed, Chad Arnold resubscribed, Jared WK resubscribed, Armor Crocodile gave out 5 community subs, TC Thick Body Pillow gave out 10 community subs.
Let's go, body
So I guess that's canon now. Captain Coral resubscribed, Armor Crocodile gave out 10 community subs, Armor Crocodile then another 2, Ali gave out 100 bits, Ludicredite resubscribed, and then Pokodoko, our amazing mod, resubscribed as well. Thank you all very much. And TC Thick Pillow, thank you for that.
Wow. For real.
Did they change their name from Thick Booty Chicks? You mean?
Oh,
somebody
you think
else.
it's TC Thick
I
Big
don't
Old Booty
know.
Cheeks? We'll never know. Unless they say it.
It's me.
So we return to the floor of Storage 6, and we'll, before we pivot back to some of the other ones, TC, you wanted to approach Calvin. Before, as they were rustling through, you would have had like an opportunity to say something else or indicate something else, anything else you want to say. You can see, look out of the corner of your eye, that TC and Annabel are now sort of pivoting in your directions. You could quietly say something to him before they arrive if you wanted to.
Well, last I heard was they were dropping off something for someone.
Yes, they said they were here to give something to someone.
And then I think seeing TC come over, I'll probably just in Goblin, knowing that already somebody's approaching, say who.
Mallory. And you recognize the name Mallory. She's someone in the prison who, if you need goods smuggled in from the outside, sometimes it goes through Mallory. Wow. So that makes sense to you. You have not used Mallory's services personally, but you know that people go to her if they need to get something in the prison.
I'm going to do a as if I saw nothing, and then push the box back, and then look like here. Like I'm hiding this and seeing.
And looking elsewhere.
Yeah,
Give
exactly.
me a deception check.
Yeah.
I have a question, because I speak Goblin. Can I have heard?
Give me a
say
perception
something in
check.
Goblin?
Let's go.
Oh boy, you got an 8.
Oof, not good. Perception is only a 10.
Okay, you could only hear him kind of muttering, but I will say that it seems a little performative. There's a little like, oh.
Yeah.
So you push it back. You push
I
it
say
in a way
really
that obscures
loudly.
him. You do push the crate in a way that sort of obscures the guy who's hiding back there, but you guys sort of saw him making a little bit of a show of it, so you walk up to him.
Calvin,
How'd you do? Yeah, what's going on?
I've seen your sleeves here in the corner, but who are you talking to?
I was just
I will
reading
also
some-
point out,
Yeah.
before we have written some of our own Thieves' Cant, I've seen your sleeves is a Thieves' Cant phrase. That means I know you're also one who speaks Thieves' Cant. So he's indicating to you.
I know that. Yeah, it means I know that you're
I'm
in.
gonna do one of these.
Annabelle's gonna go, I have to.
Oh my god. With her crossbow cocked.
I blush.
But is there someone else that you? Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm in a pickle here. I don't know if I know that you're. I wasn't. I'm me as an individual here in real life, but like, I don't know if
It's about to get
I would
real
know
now.
that he is like out of place within the guard.
You know that he's brand new. You
Yeah.
don't know that he's like.
Oh
what's
well, with
bubbling
him
beneath the
being
surface.
brand new, I think that I, as a veteran prisoner per se, maybe I'll.
And I would say you also would think that is unusual for a guard to Thieves' Cant. Also strange.
Yeah. I wish I knew more Thieves' Cant so I could say something else.
What would you like to communicate in Thieves' Cant to him?
Just practicing my Thieves' Cant.
In Thieves' Cant.
In Thieves' Cant. Whatever that would be.
Well, suppose we've both shown our hand here in some way, but good to know.
Afraid of
Speak
getting
each other's
rusty?
languages.
Okay, I don't know if I need to perceive anything here, but what I'm getting in this character is that I think that you seem green enough, or something is going on where I might be able to work with you to my own ends somehow.
Give me an insight check too. You do pick up on that, but give me an insight check as well.
All right. Sorry. I've been rolling poorly, and I did it. I'm not gonna stop now.
You want a different die? You want some different die?
I got lots of
Yeah, this one is cursed.
Here, I'll give you these.
What insight you said?
These are Morna dice.
All right, so that's gonna be a 12.
A 12. It's enough to pick up on the fact that,
Those are nice.
in addition to the fact that he's new, and without being able to, pick up on any underlying sort of reasoning for it, there's a strange familiarity between these two. Like, just as like they seem awfully, not cozy, but there isn't the guard-prisoner dynamic that you're used to here at Fort. Like, he seems a little generous to her. Like, it's just they seem more familiar than you're accustomed to. So already you're able to pick up a little bit on that.
So in the spirit of
Spider-Man
changing the
vibes.
subject while simultaneously trying to, accomplish my own ends, I'm gonna say, let me ask you a question.
Annabelle's gonna be
I'll allow it.
pretending to look around, but listening. Yeah.
I'll say, can I ask you a question, sir?
You may.
Have you met Evig before?
Oh, you know Evig?
Have you met Evig before? Jesus Christ. I would not call him an old friend.
I guess I might. In a manner of speaking, I met him. I'm surprised he's here.
You've been here a long time, yes?
Yeah.
Has he?
Nope.
In a manner of speaking?
Annabelle's over her shoulder.
A manner of speaking, as in you met him in a dream?
Where's Evig?
So yeah, we'll bounce back and forth this time. So they're in this. Let me bring this back up here. They are talking at these crates here where that goblin is still back there. You guys were over in this corner where there was another goblin there, and now you guys are making your. So you can see them in the distance, but you can't hear what they're saying. But you guys are walking in the direction of them in general. So we will pivot back to that, but quickly.
It's really hard to know things as a person, not as a character.
It's very
I'll put that out there. Yeah.
It's tricky.
Well,
Let him answer the questions, easy. I mean, Officer Welker.
oops.
Oh, I'm gonna jump right on that.
No, I mean, it was purposeful.
Great. Well, then I'm gonna get a little bit closer, not in like an intimidation way, and I'm gonna speak in Thieves' Cant, and I'm gonna say, who hired you?
Oh boy. She's gonna say, Annabelle's gonna say in Thieves' Cant, don't tell him that.
I'm
shouting from across.
No, I'm right next
Yes,
to you
she's right
guys.
there.
My back
She's
is to
with
you.
us.
I'm just looking
You're all
as if
there.
I'm looking.
Don't tell him anything.
I am
Yeah, exactly.
I am here for my own purposes. But I would like to have a conversation with Evig at some point.
You and I both, brother.
Ginger ale hit
Ginger
good.
ale hit it.
Just the perfect. Ooh, when the ginger
In
hits.
Thieves' Cant.
In these.
In Thieves' Cant, I say, you and I both, brother.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize for the moment. I don't feel like getting my ankles gnawed.
Well, I see no prize over here. I think we should move on.
All right.
Can I take a little peek
At what?
at the crate that he was pretending to move around?
Give me a perception check.
Great. Not gonna do it. That's a 9.
9. As they're talking, you sort of take that opportunity to just lean and peek over the side to where you think he was looking.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing there. In fact, there's a little gap. Like maybe something was there, and if it was, it's gone now. But yes, there's nothing there when you peek over the side. Man, skittered elsewhere.
Yeah, and I say, I told you there's nothing there.
I believe you.
I was 100% sure there'd be nothing there when you looked again.
We're gonna pivot back around. We're gonna pivot back around to the other side. We'll rotate back to Doxley and
I'm doing
Zing.
nothing over
Well,
here.
you guys slowly approached this.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's okay. This crate here, where you saw the tail sticking out.
Yeah.
So you and Zink side by side are like slowly.
Doxley's gonna have her short sword and shield out.
You see it make a run for it.
I fuck it up.
I'm gonna rattle the box.
Doxley gets low.
Puts his hand up. He looks back over his shoulder as if to kind of ask Elliot for assistance as well. And Elliot has like gone around the corner. You don't see him. He didn't follow you.
Where the fuck is he? Ready? Yeah.
He holds up the hand crossbow there, and give me a perception check.
No!
Let's go.
I don't want to see it. I don't see it. It's 4.
4. Nothing sort of immediately comes out. Give me, I would like the three of you, Annabel, Calvin, and TC, to give me perception checks.
Hell yeah.
12, 18.
18.
15.
15.
I'm sorry, 25.
What the fuck?
So you guys had pivoted around the corner, so you were starting to walk, and you're kind of going to meet where Illien, Evig, and Thornfield are on the opposite side. And it's just as you're crossing under, sort of past this overhang, that you look over there. You hear the rattling of the box, and then something runs across the floor, and it's just a regular little rat or mouse. Nothing off about it. I'll put that in with your sort of perception check. And it's kind of skitters over, and maybe like there's a crack in the wall over here that it slips into. And Zink kind of comes out into the middle of the floor. Anybody see that? Anybody?
It was just a normal sized one.
Ah. Because we saw a tail.
It was pretty teeny.
I am personally skeptical about the crack that it went into. And I think that I would like to investigate it. And I say that as I approach the crack and I am going to get a little brazier just to boot my dark vision.
Sure.
And with care and caution, hold it over here while I'm looking to see if I see anything of suspect inside the crack that the rat crawled into.
Give me a perception check.
Nice. Gosh. I'm not perceiving. 14.
14. It looks like the crack kind of goes as you hold the light up to it that shines in a little more. There's like a tiny little crevice that ends. Like the rat is curled up at the end of this. It's like 6 inches deep into the wall. There's no nest. There's no other rats. It's just one rat that's sort of curled up in the wall.
I say, well, nothing to see here, fellas. I think they lied about these rats. I haven't seen nothing.
Can Doxley...
Got 2 more places to check.
They are good at hiding.
Was there something you want to do there?
Yeah, can Doxley kind of clock where Elliot may have gone? Like, just making sure he's not, like, getting into shit?
Give me a perception check. We'll also, again, sort of working all the things happening at the same time, travel back a little bit. Illien and Evig, you guys had come around the corner there, and you were walking against this wall, and Thornfield was ahead of you, and he still has, like, pages in hand that he's kind of glossing over. So then you heard the rattling of the box, you heard the squeak, the yell, and Thornfield... bunch of fucking nothing.
I'm gonna go to the crates that we're walking by and look, but more toward Evig, like...
If you slow and you let Thornfield continue to walk, he doesn't see that you've stopped, so he keeps walking.
And I'll be halfway checking things. Thank you for following my lead there, so you can ask any questions first. Yeah, I appreciate what you did, so...
I ain't got shit to ask you.
Oh, great, because I got a ton to ask you.
Well, I don't give a shit. All right, he's walking that way. I'm walking this way.
What?
So I would like to now steal away back to get close to Calvin as I...
So this is around the same time that Calvin ran over to the crevice in the wall. So you watch him run across the sort of floor of the storage there, peek in, sort of give the all clear signal. And it seems like Zink and Thornfield, and they get TC, Officer Welker's attention as well. Let's go to the second location. The officers start to walk towards the door, so all the people are kind of coming together, and you make sure to position yourself in a way that you and Calvin kind of... There's other people around, so you have to be careful, but the two of you, shoulder to shoulder, at least able to sort of talk as you're all heading back toward the door that leads back outside.
I'd like to like sort of... I'm going to put my shoulder sort of in front of Calvin and just walk a little slower than him.
Rude.
So that as we...
Drop back a little bit.
Drop back a little bit, but not in an obvious way. But I'd like to create at least 5 feet of distance.
Sure.
At the back of the pack.
Yeah. Hi there.
All right, I'm gonna need to say this real quick, and I know that you're gonna have a lot of impulses to speak because that's just the kind of man that you are. But I just need you to listen to me, all right?
Yes, sir.
I need you to follow through on this plan. Now, what we're gonna do is you are going to out me as a magic user.
I'm gonna amp you?
Out. Just try and focus on this, all right? Just really try and laser in on this, all right?
As a magic user.
As a magic user. Now,
you can do magic. I'm just joking.
I swear to God, Calvin.
I'll show some magic up your ass.
It's like I just want to like the wristlets are starting to like glow red as like the fire.
But that's illegal.
It's like great. Now you're catching on. That is illegal. All right. Now we need you to diagnose me with that disease that I told you about. All right. Now what you got for me?
Well, all I can do with my medical experience, and I'm just letting you know, you might catch some strays here, but I can very specifically describe from your gait and your left hand trembles when you reach for things, and
left hand trembles.
It's indicative of some kind of pericarditis I've seen in my day. It's a fluttering of the heartbeat that can cause troubleness in breathing. You should really see a doctor about that.
No,
what I'm gonna do for you,
yeah,
I'm catching your drift. Would you just shut the fuck up and let me speak real quick? All right, just live your life. Do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna go to one of the guards. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna tell him it's contagious, but you should get it looked at. It's troublesome for me to watch. Do you smoke? You know you shouldn't do that. You floss as well?
For the love of fuck.
You know that can cause heart disease if
Calvin?
you neglect your gums.
Calvin.
Yes.
What's going on there?
Oh, hi there, sir. And
Sweet time.
I immediately approach. Which guard is this?
Thornfield is sort of getting you guys back.
Thornfield. Is that the one that I like or the one that's mean?
The mean one.
I was like, hey, sir.
Taking your sweet time coming back here.
Yeah,
back to the surface.
Back to the surface.
You guys are underground. And back up.
Yeah. Oh, we're going back up. I thought we were going to a second location. You said.
Yeah, there's no way to get there from down here.
We have to go all the way back. Well, remind me to talk to you about something when you got a moment. I'm trying to focus on the task at hand, but I am burdened with a hard truth that I would like to confide in you when you have a moment.
Give me a persuasion check.
Evig starts to waggle his hand.
Oh, that's not a D20.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's a D12.
Oh.
I think you only used it once.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got
Even
the
worse.
same number. Impressive. Okay, what is it? Persuasion? Oh my god. Okay, so I got a 4. Yeah.
Sure. Let's focus on the task at hand, and if we find the rats, we can have a great conversation. Huh? Let's go.
I promise you that it is of the utmost importance. However, I'm nothing if not a model inmate. Let's get this over with.
Calvin?
Did I hear, not the first conversation, but him maybe going to Thornfield?
I would say you were starting to escort people up, but give me a perception check. You mean like him?
Him saying he wants to talk to me.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
27.
Yeah.
He definitely seemed like, because he said he wanted to have kind of a private word there, without knowing exactly what it was, just the body language, like it was a little urgency to it. Like he seemed like he was like he needed something, or he was asking for something without being able to discern exactly what he said.
All right.
It seemed like he was asking Thornfield for something, or trying to get his opinion on something.
Evig is noticeably perturbed. That did not go the way that he wanted it to.
Come on, Mr. Flacara, let's go. Was there something you wanted?
Doxley rolled an 18.
Oh, yes. He wasn't doing anything suspicious.
Great.
He appears on the kind of other side of the crates there.
Okay.
And one thing I will say that with that roll that you do notice is that he doesn't seem to be taking this job very seriously. Like, it seems like Elliot could give a shit whether we hunt these rats or not. Like, he seemed to be sort of just kind of minding his own business. And when he noticed you looking, he sort of starts to like look more intently at the crates and stuff. So yeah, not in a big hurry to do that.
Okay, nice.
You guys come back outside to the. Let's get back to, one by one, coming back up to the ground level, still within Fort Contrition, of course. And you're led over to a similar kind of structure, another sort of stone kind of edifice that sticks up. It's got kind of a rounded roof, a little archway, and it looks like it goes down into the ground as well. However, this structure is much more centrally located. Like if you look around, you see all the wards. You see the Wren Ward, and the Sparrow Ward, and the Shortwing Ward, and the Nightingale Ward. As you see all of them, you're kind of heading roughly into the center between all of these. And when they open the metal door and sort of look down in, right away you can start to hear some dripping noises. Just sounds of sort of water draining. And it does indeed seem to be that you are heading towards the drainage chamber here within the prison. I'm thirsty.
I am I am currently clocking where we are relative to where Mallory might be.
You know that Mallory is in the Wren Ward. She is...
No, isn't she in the Sparrow?
Oh, yes, she's in the Sparrow Ward. She's in a different ward. So where your cell is, you're not in the same sort of structure as her.
Got it. Okay.
You would be able to get a message to her if you wanted to, because you know people that sort of travel between the wards and things. Right. But she's not.
I think that, and I keep it to myself.
Keep walking. All right, we're gonna go down into the drainage chamber now. It's a little damp down there, but it's not a sewer, so it shouldn't smell. If you smell anything funny, then it might be a sign that there's something down there. So follow your nose. We collect rainwater from all the wards. They all funnel into this chamber here. We use that for washing and whatnot. So you're gonna see a lot of pipes. You're gonna see some water on the floor. Just take a look around. The hallways are a little narrower. It's not as open like Storage 6 was. Once again, we're gonna split up into teams. We'll walk down each alleyway, take a good look, and come back up, see what we report. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Down we go. And Zinc leads the way. And he heads down. I'm going to show you guys what we're looking at here.
So excited.
Back over to...
So what's he doing here?
He won't fucking talk to me. It's gonna be irritating as hell.
Is this light enough? Let me brighten this up a little bit.
Gotcha on the cam.
There we go. Ooh. So you guys are coming. It looks like a ladder here, but it's a staircase. So there's these sort of wooden walkways, and you can see there's piping in the walls and stuff. In each ward, actually, let me really quick show this because you guys haven't seen this. Each ward of the prison is it's like a spiral circular structure, and there's an opening in the center that they call the atrium, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what one of the wards looks like. Oops, it will load a bit. There we go. This is what one of the wards looks like. And in the center of the ward is this big open area, so that as the guards walk up the spiral staircases in the middle, they can sort of keep an eye on things. But it's open on the top, so water comes in through the roof. And in the bottom of the ward, there's like a stone area, and there's little grooves in the floor. So all the water that pours in when it rains runs off, and it runs off toward this drainage chamber here. And they collect the rainwater for various purposes, cooking and washing and kinds of things. So using the water as best as they can. So all these pipes that are coming in through the walls, you see some coming in from the north, some from the west, some from the east, all of them tunneling into this area. And when you look around, you also see in some places there's these big iron like tubs, like barrels that are collecting the dripping rainwater that's coming in, and they presumably put a lid on those and they sort of haul them back up. But there's these wooden walkways that allow you to kind of walk through the area. Little tighter corridors in here. It's not as open, like he said, as the storage was, as you kind of look around. And once again, Zinc, who gets to the bottom first. Okay, who's coming with me this time?
I'll come with you.
And I'll join him.
Yeah.
All right, come on in. We'll take the back corner, and we'll meet back up with you in a moment. My motions to both of you.
Great.
So you start to walk. All right, who's coming with me?
I feel like we haven't had a lot of time to hang out.
Sure, who else?
Why don't we do some Tyruns and Thornfield excursions together?
Sure. Go on, lead the way. And again, he seems sort of
You and me again, Officer Welker.
And that other asshole.
He doesn't give a shit.
And Elliot.
Sir.
Oh yeah, shit.
I forgot.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Fuck you, sir.
This way.
Uneventful rounds this evening, I hope.
Really sweet guy.
Yes, just looking forward to our adventure tonight, really.
Should I go first, or you want to go first?
Why don't you lead the way?
And with the wooden fortress moving across the boards here. We will first follow
I'm sorry, I
Evig
forgot.
and Calvin and Officer Zink.
I'm gonna hit him with the same thing you hit me with.
Drop
right?
back?
Do this and I do a
Sure.
little drop
Zink
back.
is pretty, of the sort of officers here, very invested. I mean, like he said, he's the one who has to come down in these places sometimes, so he's at risk. So he's checking every little crevice in the wall. He like moves. At one time, one of those big metal barrels that's collecting the rainwater, he like gets up on a thing so that he can haul himself up, takes a peek inside, comes back down. So he's pretty preoccupied at the moment, kind of doing his thing.
Still holding my torch too.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm just like pretending to.
I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna say.
Just come up to your microphones.
Yeah.
I think we've been making this more complicated than it needs to be. If we find a rat, or if we don't find a rat, what I'm gonna need you to do is whip out one of your cantrips or whatever you call them, and you can light something on fire, make an illusion, make a cat. You can do that shit, no?
Right. I just need to make sure.
Well, you do that. They're gonna see it, and you let me handle the rest.
Right, I understand that, but I need to make sure that I end up in a specific place in the prison. I need to be next to the hag.
What the hell do you think I mean when I say let me handle the rest?
Well, to be honest with you, Calvin, I just need. This is from my own. A lot rides on this, all right? Now I know
You
these
think
other
if I've done
fuckers.
right on this for me, I'm gonna get out and see my family, go back to the farm that I've
Well, I'm gonna
dreamed
get out and see my family, all right?
Anything back there?
No.
Just a couple of boxes. I thought I saw something move, but it turned out to be
Shadow.
some kind of pressure change, gust of wind or something.
Make a deception check, both of you.
Oh my god.
Make sure that this is the right.
20, dirty 20.
Gosh, dude.
Oh no.
It's gonna be a 6.
Thanks, the two of you together. I hate when that happens. I'm going around the corner. Catch up.
Here's a new
Takes a
die.
little turn.
Let us know if you need anything.
Why would you say that?
Just checking the walls. You can see it moving down the boards. You can hear it echoing throughout the whole place. Is that like because you're all walking across these sort of wooden slats that are across the
Right. Well, fine. Let's do it your way. I'll display the magic, or I don't even have to do that. You can just tell them that you saw it, but just make sure that they put me in the M enclosure. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Well, that's it. That's the whole deal.
What if, hypothetically, if we were playing a game and I had to roll to make sure somebody knew for sure that you actually did it, wouldn't it be easier for all of us if you were just demonstrating
do it.
that?
I suppose it sounds like a funny game. Did you play with friends?
No. Well, the thing is, as you're thinking about it, there's a balance of sort of risk reward. Yeah. It would be more believable and more readily sort of at your disposal to, you wouldn't even be lying at that point to sort of say. The problem is, if someone besides Calvin sees him casting magic, you might not get to be the one that reports it. Someone else can say that. So that's the trick. It would be easier to sell, but
on second thought, that might not be such a great idea.
Listen,
okay.
we'll just find the rat together. I'll do the magic in front of you.
And then I won't be lying.
Then you won't be lying, because God knows I'm a little worried about it.
I'm not very good at deceiving, is the thing.
You're a sweet man, Calvin, but no, you're not.
We're gonna pivot over. We'll pivot over to Thornfield and the Tyrun, sort of moving along. Let me bring the map one more time. So you guys have moved along. So Calvin and Evig and Zinc went down sort of straight, and they moved here, so they're moving through that way. You guys took a left, so you duck underneath this overhang here.
All right.
See if I can get even lower there.
Lower.
Yeah, lower. Okay, so you duck under that overhang. So you're walking across these boards here. You take a peek into this little chamber, and then you move into this slightly larger chamber that, again, has a number of these pipes on the walls, a very thin layer of water on the ground there. And Thornfield looks like he's barely checking. Occasionally, he'll kind of look up and...
Hey, did you have a chance to get the message back to Karen there, friend?
I did not.
It's a shame, because we could all be making a fair amount of money if we all just communicated with each other.
Is that so?
Yeah, it is.
Give me a persuasion check.
7.
I don't deal with newcomers. Too risky.
As I'm looking for things, I didn't realize we could send letters to one another. Is that who we go to? Is you, Thornfield, if I need to talk to someone?
No, you say it to their face when you see them.
Oh, what if they're outside of the prison? Are we able to get word out?
Sounds like you're shit out of luck.
And what if we want to get him in a private room so we can have a private discussion?
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would be very, very expensive.
Pretty cool.
Pretty sweet.
I'm gonna keep looking for some rats.
Let me know if you find anything. Go ahead and give me investigation checks.
Oh.
Ooh.
2.
Not one.
Yeah!
Between you two and Thornfield, you guys are not seeing the fucking thing. We'll pivot over in the direction of Elliot, Officer Welker, and Annabel. And Elliot, he's putting on a little bit of a show. Like he doesn't seem like he's working that hard, but he's not slacking off. Like he's looking around, just not doing so deep diligence in each room here.
Elliot.
Officer?
I believe that we may have had a bit of a miscommunication today.
Did we?
You see, I developed something of a reputation back at the PDC.
Annabelle's like...
He kicks her. Oh, man.
Ow, ow.
I was... Friend would be a strong word, but friendly with some of the inmates that behave themselves. And if I asked you about my coworkers, it was only to see who might not think that that was a good idea, who I might stay away from.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage because you already had a.
Fuck you, sir.
You already had a bit of a tip.
Roll big.
Deception with disadvantage.
No. Persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh, I would prefer. I'm just kidding. Persuasion. 9.
Well, I don't think I can help you with that, sir. but I can't help you with this rat problem. Happy to do so, sir. Shall we look for the rats, sir?
Stone cold.
He goes back. Has his little shield and his crossbow. He walks ahead a little bit. The two, Annabel, who was kind of looking, you see Elliot walk behind you, and then you look over at TC.
What the fuck did you do to that guy?
He was mean to me. I was too blunt earlier.
What did I tell you about confidence, TC?
This was before that conversation. This was me trying to correct it.
Oh, I see. That's why you came so downtrodden.
I'd like to get next to Evig if I could next time.
Maybe I should just show him my fucking magic so he takes me serious.
Maybe I should take both of you to that fucking ward.
Maybe. There's always a chance we won't get out, though.
Well,
And I have no fucking intention of dying in prison.
At least you'd have each other. Kind of.
I don't think so.
Those of you who haven't given me investigation, which I think is everyone but Doxley and Illien, give me investigation checks.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Oh my god. 13.
26.
23.
Nice.
11. Avig, as you and Annabel.
I haven't rolled above a 6.
Oh no.
You have no dice. You have no dice now.
You guys were walking sort of across the, initially went in sort of different directions, but as you're all moving through the, what am I calling this thing? Drainage chamber, you guys reconnect. So, Avig, you're kind of coming across these walkways here in this direction, and then Annabel, you're coming from this direction. The two of you kind of meet here, not on purpose, you're just kind of coming in, and as you look into this next room over, of which there's a little like overhang there that you can peer into. So you're looking into this room. Both of you kind of meet, you give each other a nod, but then both of you hear like a little sound. You look to the right, and it sounded like there was some sort of sound coming from the interior of this room over here. And as of now, you two are the only ones that heard. Everyone else is still kind of...
Okay, I'm just gonna give him a little nod and sort of like go closer with my bow, like, crossbow drawn.
I'll back you up.
You guys, here, let's even put you on.
Yeah. Let's get Evig back on this map.
There he is.
On that map.
And then Annabelle there. So you guys are both sort of peering over here, and both of you give me perception checks. Let's bring up the light a little bit.
Ooh, 18.
Oh, hell yeah. 23.
Right, the two of you, as you approach, you get to the end of that walkway there, the wooden boards, and you're like about to each split and look in different directions, but then directly across from you, like just across this little shallow water area, there's a crevice between some of the stone bricks, and there's like a little, some movement on the interior. You can't see anything, but you can see like the light shifting shadows moving. There's something in that crevice in the wall there, like right where that circle is, directly there. And you both, so you're both about to turn, and then you both see that.
Well, fuck.
Fuck is right. Did we get the others?
Yeah, I don't care about being a hero.
Yep, that's not why I'm here.
Why are you here? And I'm gonna minor illusion like a rose in my hand, and then I'm gonna wave it away.
Nice.
She's tiny. She looks like a little. She's teeny tiny. She looks like a little Girl Scout. She's got long blonde pigtails, and she's like,
You know these folks?
"Yeah, I sure do.
You roll with these folks?
I do. That's what I was trying to tell you, but quiet like, and it clearly didn't.
How come
get
I didn't meet you? How come they left you behind?
Because I wasn't there. I just came into town.
Could have been mighty useful then.
Yeah, probably. Pretty useful wherever I go.
What'd they tell you?
Not much. Ain't been much time. Just that you met them in a dream.
Well, they know you better than I do. Seems that they'd be the one to let you in on their secrets.
You're a fucker.
Everybody. Both give me stealth checks while that conversation.
Great.
19.
Oh, that one.
Just as that conversation's going on, as Annabelle turns to sort of shout to get other people's attention, which you were just doing,
Yeah.
she turns, and Evig, you're still looking at the crevice, and when she shouts, something one claw.
Oh
and
boy.
another claw comes out. And some little snout with little whiskers kind of jams its way through. And at first, it starts with just the tip of the nose, and it just gets bigger and bigger. And just like he was describing, this larger creature is somehow able to wriggle its way through the crack in the wall. I need people to roll initiative for me. Yeah, everybody.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh my god.
Imagine head back up.
No, thank you.
Out.
This is not the way.
Okay.
You're fucked.
Oh boy.
All right, gang. 20 to 25. Who rolled
Dirty
that?
20.
All right.
Well done.
Great. Okay.
What's your modifier?
Plus 8, so it's not too bad.
What?
15 to...
It's got a huge modifier.
What do they call it now? 15 to 19. Okay, Doxley got a 14. Good
I
job,
got a
everybody.
14 too.
Oh yeah, 15. 15.
Alvin, there you
15 is just 14 is just below.
So we tied.
It'll be
sorry.
10 to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
10 to
see.
14.
Hey, you
What's
got
up?
it. Hey, what's up?
What's that
First time.
What's your dexterity?
Let's see.
4.
Yeah, let me bring him up just so we can see him. So that's
The modifier
Calvin,
or my dex?
hobgoblin there.
The modifier.
Oh, plus 4.
Hey.
There we go.
Our boy Calvin.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Hey, he's got his cat.
So you were just behind Evig, kind of bringing up.
Great.
And then, let's see, Officer Thornfield was just behind you guys. Or no, Officer Zink was just behind you guys.
12, yeah.
And your dex, my dex is higher. We both got 12, but my dex is higher.
Okay.
TC, you were just behind Annabel,
buddy.
kind of coming in there. And Elliot was just behind you. I'm gonna give him just the generic kind of prisoner mini. And then a little in the center of the room was Doxley. Illien. There you are.
Yeah.
And you guys were with Thornfield.
Annabel, Evig, Doxley, TC, Calvin, Illien so far.
Okay, so is that everybody on the map? I think so. We have Evig and Annabelle. Yeah, okay, that's everybody. And then
So we need Elliot.
that is a 14 for the rat.
Okay, what's its dex?
Uh,
So we have 2 other 14s.
plus 2.
Tied with Doxley.
Have a Doxley. Okay, just give me a straight
Roll.
D20 roll, yeah. 18. Yep, okay.
Alright,
so
so-
before.
Evig, Rat, Doxley. Okay. And then just some Guardy Bardies.
Yes.
And Elliot.
So Elliot and Zink and Thornfield. Let's see. I'm gonna have them kind of act on the same turn, just for simplicity's sake. That's an 11.
11.
Yes. Other.
Other buoys.
Nah, I don't like it.
It's my least
Alright.
favorite character.
All right, Annabelle, Evig, Rat, Doxley.
Do it a little
sorry.
slower, sorry.
I didn't realize you were doing Annabelle, Evig, the Rat,
Rat.
Doxley,
Doxley.
TC,
TC.
Calvin,
Calvin.
Other Buoys,
Other.
and Sea Boy.
Hey.
Fish Boy. That's it.
Beach boy.
Fish Boy.
Okay, so you hear a little bit of commotion coming from the next room, and Calvin, you're pretty close to, because you were kind of following behind Evig, so you're in this little hall, and you could hear a little bit of conversation without being able to hear what they're saying between Evig and Annabelle, who had wandered into that next room, and then you heard Annabelle's shout, so you're kind of at the ready there. But the first to act here is going to be Annabelle, who you immediately hear after shouting. There's like a little kind of like intake of air gasp from Evig, who's right next to you, and that immediately causes you to whip around and sort of be at the ready right away. So there is a tiny crack in the wall. It has not emerged yet, but there's claws on the edge and a very thin crack in the wall. It has not fully come out
I
yet.
see a snout though.
Yes,
yeah?
a little snout sticking out of the wall there.
And we determined when you and I talked that Hunter's Mark has no visual. You can't see Hunter's
You
Mark.
cannot. Yes, you can cast that with.
I would like to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on his snout.
Sure.
I would like to hold my action until I see him that like he doesn't have as much cover.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I'd like to shoot him with my little crossbow.
You may do so. Great. Would you like to move somewhere before you hold your action, or
I'd
you
like
want to stay right there?
Back up a little bit, but
Sure,
still
you-
that I have a really good line of sight on him.
Sure, yeah. If you back up, Calvin,
about
you
as
see this.
far back as I can go.
Yeah, that takes you. If you go under the next overhang, it'll be hard to see. So you can go.
I want to still be able to see him.
Great.
Like that's
so
most
you
important to
you
me.
hear Annabelle sort of immediately backing up on the boards, and she's got her crossbow ready. So right away you know something's up over there. Yeah. Okay, Evig, you're up.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you need me to.
I'm gonna yell, Calvin. And then look around to see. There's no way that he can get to me before because his turn is very far off.
I guess lore-wise, I'm just flustered.
All right.
You can hold a spell if you want.
So yeah, I'm just going to. Right now, I'm just going to aim my crossbow at the rat and take a couple steps back to be
next to Annabelle.
Close to Annabelle and take my shot.
Would you like to take? So you can take the shot, and he has like partial cover, or you can sort of do and hold it.
I'm gonna hold the shot.
Great.
Yeah.
So both of you at the ready, waiting for this thing to emerge here. Okay. That takes us to the rat, I believe. Am I
Sorry,
just,
we were talking about a roll. What?
Oh, sorry. The rat's next after Evig. Yes, I have that correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So just as you two back up and at the ready waiting for it to emerge, it is happy to oblige. So in addition to the snout that continues to grow and grow, it pulls itself free from the wall here, and its enormous paw is like, it grabs the rock of the wall and its claws sink in and the rock like starts to crack and crumble. It's that strong, like it's breaking the integrity of the wall, and it's gonna pull itself free.
Gross.
Oh,
No, I opt out.
So this is a little
Changing my mind. That's like. What character is that?
There we go. It's a little smaller than it was.
Okay,
But
all right.
he pulls himself free from the wall. And he's this mutated thing of a rat. You can see there's like bits of rock and stone that are embedded in his fur as it pulls itself out. You can both take your shots now if you would like to do so.
Fucking rat again when he gets all crazy at the end. Okay. Hello, Basil.
You may both take your shots before he continues.
Okay, and it's plus it's
Proficiency and dex to hit.
Proficiency and dex, so
um
I rolled an 11.
That will miss.
plus. Sorry, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, what's
Doing
up?
I rolled a
math
s-
in
7.
front of people is
14.
scary. 14.
14, that will hit.
Fuck yeah.
And he is hunter's marked.
He is hunter's mark, so I roll an extra d6 on that. But what do I roll for the crossbow again?
D6.
Okay, so 2d6.
Yes, with the hunter's mark. Yeah. And, then, and you still get to add your dex to roll.
Woo! That is that's 7 plus 3, so it's 10 piercing damage.
And
can I take a second attack?
You
No,
can't.
because
First of all, it's held, and second of all, you're using a hand crossbow, which can't multi-attack because it has the loading property. Yeah.
Damn it. Alright, great.
Okay, you can multi-attack if you end up using like a dagger or a short sword or something, but you can't with the crossbow.
Great. Okay, cool.
All right, so after it gets shot there, it seems to shrug that off. It goes charging forward. It's going to go underneath the thing.
That's weird.
Moving across the floorboards there, and it's just the two people that shot at it. Sharp claws. One swipe.
You guys
other
are not.
swipe, and
Sorry, you're
that's
Not.
It's a natural 20 on Annabelle. And
Silvery barbs.
What is
Silvery
it?
barbs.
Okay, read that for me.
You are forced to re-roll, and you must take the lower roll.
Okay. And let me
like that.
We like these.
I want to do it.
I gotta make sure I'm keeping track of the held
you
action or
you
reaction.
cannot do that because it is a reaction. You already used a reaction.
I used a bonus action.
No,
Oh,
a
the
held
held
action is a
Never
is a
mind.
reaction.
Then I take it.
Okay, so that's an natural 20, and then it was a 16 Evig to hit.
Yes, that is.
Great marble.
No, it doesn't. It's just a verbal thing.
Okay, let's do the non-crit first here.
They just get confused. No.
11, 14 slashing damage. And then one on Annabelle here.
Fuck.
What's your total?
18, 3, 21 damage, slashing damage. As
That
this
is
rat
1
comes
point away
charging.
from massive.
So close. Almost at our second massive damage.
Holy
so
fuck.
the people that are out here in the hallway, you could only hear a little bit of noise, and then this giant, like on its hind legs, rat comes charging through and just smashes Annabel against the wall.
Oh my
uppercuts Evig
God.
with a big bloody slash, and then it's gonna stay there. Oh no, that's next. Okay, great. All right, Doxley.
Yeah, okay, how far away am I from the rat?
You are.
Wow.
Dang.
35 feet
just told you
directly. There's like a little walkway there.
Okay.
So like 45 feet to get next to it there.
Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, I want to get to it. I'm gonna run to my full 30.
Okay, so 20 takes you up to there. There's where Zinc is, who looks like he's sort of pissing his pants a little bit, but
Great.
he's holding strong.
I'm gonna use Action Surge to get in melee range.
Okay, so this is 30 here. So this was all your movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh no, you guys are in chains.
So I have 20 feet of movement.
20 feet of movement.
So
Yeah.
I'm
So you were right here.
Great. I'm gonna Action Surge to get
Action
another
surge.
20 feet.
So 20. You're sort of right next to Calvin there.
I can't get within melee?
I'll say that is within melee.
Okay.
He like he's big. He's bigger,
Okay.
a little bigger than this. So yes, you are within melee of him.
Great. Annabel, get the fuck back! And I'm gonna take my short sword and take a little swing at him.
Go ahead, give me a
Okay. That's a 10 to hit.
a miss.
Okay, wait. 10? Yes, 10 to hit. Okay, and I'm gonna go again.
Go ahead.
Wow, that's another 10. I'm gonna use a superiority die and use precision strike.
Okay.
And I get to add a d8 to the roll. 12 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay. And that's all I do.
TC.
With my full movement for the first time in years.
I mean, you're right there. You can see it through the
I
overhang
am?
there.
Oh
yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh. In which case, then, can I kind
you're
of
right there.
find an opportunity? Sorry. Is there an arch between me and him?
Yes, there's like a little circular archway there.
Is there a way to kind of use the arch to possibly try a hide action from him?
Sure. Give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
It's you kind of moving around, but just possible.
That is a 29.
Sure, yeah. It's just focused on mauling the creatures in front of it. So you're sort of ducked around the corner, and you can lean around and take a shot.
I'll come around and
go ahead, and you may do
so
so.
a hidden.
It's with advantage.
Advantaged. I'm gonna use sharpshooter.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
You may do so.
the plus. Yeah. So it's just add 2 because I -5. Here we go. That is an advantaged 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And I will do sharpshooter. Holy crap. So that's
Come on.
15, 16, 17, 18 plus 14. 18 plus 14 is 32.
32 damage.
32 piercing damage.
Oh. Just as it's rearing back for another strike, you hit it right in the eye there. It pulls the bolt out of its own eye, and the eye pops out with it. And then it. Shit!
I'm running here.
So
I'm
you
gonna
use 10 feet of movement.
use 10. I'm gonna try to. Ooh, is there an extra? Sorry, it's hard to see.
Yeah, what do you?
Am I kind of caught in this? Is there another exit to this little square that I'm in?
Yes, on the other side there is another exit there. This side, like you came through there.
How far away is that from me?
It's about to get through it is like 20 feet, 25 feet.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna
Get out.
I'm running for it.
Run.
So you used 10, so another 20 feet there.
So,
that
yeah, I
gets
have
you
20
like
feet.
to the archway there. So you're you're just underneath the archway
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and that's action, bonus action. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd also like to pitch that he has one eye and no depth perception, so he should be at disadvantage for everything.
Did I massive damage you?
He's using. You did not. He's using a little bit of he's got some senses besides just his sight.
Okay.
It's gonna take us to Calvin. You are starting your turn within 10 feet of this creature. I need you to give me a Wisdom saving throw to start your turn.
What?
I'm not very wise, I think. I'm kind of wise. Yeah, so I got a 15.
That will save, okay. He has this presence about him. There's a little bit of a stench, his matted fur. He has this aura of sort of a horrifying, terrifying presence, and it seems to like shake you to your core a little bit. You breathe, and you get yourself ready. So you saved the throw. You saved against him attempting to frighten you. So, great. So
So
your
he
turn.
is aware that I'm there.
Yes, although he is very much, his attention was on TC who just shot him and the people in front of him. But yeah, he's aware.
I was trying to figure out if there's a way to finagle, like, getting on his now blind side as he ripped out his own eye and getting a sneak attack. And what's the likelihood of that?
So if there's an ally within 5 feet of him, you get sneak attack. You don't have to work on it.
You don't get advantage.
Yeah, you don't get advantage on the roll. That you would have to try and find somewhere to hide, like out of sight. But you automatically get sneak attack if you hit, if someone's within 5 feet of him.
Let's go for it.
Great.
I'm gonna take my dagger out and I'm gonna twirl it around like a revolver again. I'm gonna come, yeah, I'm gonna come for a big sneak strike.
Go ahead.
It's 19.
19 will hit. Just roll for damage.
You probably get to add.
So that's
Yeah, you
gonna
probably
be. How much? What is your sneak attack at this level? Is it 3d6?
3d6.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 3d6 plus the dagger damage.
4d6 total.
A dagger's d4.
Oh.
So 3d6, 1d4.
6, 5, 1. Yeah, that's 12.
12. Is that the 3d6?
That's 3d6
Great.
plus
And then a d4.
Yeah.
So what are we up to? 12.
12.
And that's gonna be 2. So
14.
Nice.
And then the modifier on the dagger.
Plus 3. And then plus 3.
So 17.
Nice.
17.
Yeah.
Nice. Great.
Yeah, sneak attack.
Nice job.
Great, so you slip with its blind side, with its eye, you slip around, and it takes like a wild kind of swipe off to the left, misses you completely, and you just go up under the armpit and pull the dagger back there. Okay, anything
Right
else?
in the artery, yeah. That's my medic knowledge. Let's see. Well, I still got
So like a bonus action, you can cunning action.
yeah.
Dash, disengage.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna disengage.
Great, you can disengage, and you took 5 feet, so another 25 if you want to get.
Yeah, like get me out of there.
Great.
Well, get me. I want to be kind of within. If I can get a little bit more around the corner, just so there's a bend, he would have
Like
to
this
make
way?
if he beelined it towards me, but still within sight, so that
Great.
I can crossbow.
Yeah, you turn the corner a little bit, but you can see you're between this little. Like, you can see him through that crevice there
exactly
between the
what
wall and the pipe.
Yeah.
All right, that takes us to the others. Okay, this is. They're gonna kind of peek out, him and Elliot, and is Thornfield here somewhere? Yeah, he's back here. He's gonna move forward, and they're just gonna all take crossbow shots. I'm just gonna have them all kind of roll 3. All of them, get it, bring it down. A bunch of bolts kind of flying through here.
Send them a volley.
That is natural 1, and 8, and a 19. So one of them is gonna hit there. Not bad. 7 piercing damage.
Seems better.
They're not the main character.
A volley of bolts there, and then they look like they're going back to reload, so they kind of just duck around the corner to be generally out of sight.
Cowards!
And then
Cowards!
yeah, he's gonna, Elliot's gonna push past you there, TC, and sort of come around the corner. He looks like he's sort of quickly trying to reload. You can see it's difficult with the chains on. He's trying to sort of, but he gets it done. Okay, that takes us to Illien.
All right. So I have 20 feet of movement. So how far does 20 get me? About.
He's gonna get you.
I was behind Doc, right?
Yeah. Like there.
Boom! Action surge, baby. I'm gonna do another one. All right, and as I'm running
Right
up
up
to
to Doxley.
Doc, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Doc, tag me out!" And I'm gonna use bait and switch. So if you're willing, I will swap with you.
Oh.
And
Did you want to swap so that she's no longer within melee of it? Was
if
that
it's
the idea?
possible,
Yeah.
I'll make it so we're both in melee. Just,
She's already within melee.
but I can get close enough where if we can like do a side swap.
Yes, you can do
Okay.
that.
Watch my side. I'll watch yours.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're gonna do.
Where am I going?
Just you're just
Oh,
switching
okay.
the places,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Okay, that's a +4 to RAC until
Whoa!
until the start of my next turn.
Oh wow!
Chopped liver!
My shit got fully raw.
I couldn't make it.
like-
I couldn't get to you.
Guess you gotta have a brother.
Yeah. Like I have to use some of my movement. Next turn I'll get you.
+4 to my AC until when?
Until the
To the start of my
his
next turn.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and
You look
then
like shit.
as I'm running up, I'm gonna grab my short swords out, take a look at Evig, see that he took a swipe, and I'm gonna go in for an attack, and I will use one of my other maneuvers, maneuvering attack.
Okay.
It says 1 per attack.
Oh yeah.
Attack.
Okay, so that's okay. Okay. So I will use a maneuvering attack. So that's gonna be 1d6 plus strength, right? For the long sword.
Yes.
Or short sword.
And proficiency to hit.
Oh, I have to roll the hit.
Yeah.
Roll it.
I'm like, let's go.
I hit him. And I hit him again. I hit him again.
That's gonna be a 26.
That will hit.
Okay, that's great.
were right.
Alright, so 5 plus the maneuver damage, 7, so that's 12 slashing.
12 slashing, excellent.
And I'm gonna yell it to Evig, if you need to get cover, I got ya. And as a reaction, you can move up to half your movement without provoking opportunity.
Excellent. I would like
As a reaction?
Yes. So that's
I would like to move
Also-
away from that thing.
Yes.
Did you
I
use
also
a reaction?
held my shot.
And it hasn't been your turn again. No, yeah, so you can.
Oh, so-
but you don't use the superiority die.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you can't take the reaction.
Thank you.
That didn't feel generous, but you're welcome.
Okay, so that's gonna be 5 slashing and then plus my strength, so 9 slashing total for 1 hit.
That was. Didn't you just do a 12?
Instead of the 12.
Well, yeah, I hadn't.
We subtract. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so 9 for the first one, and then I'm just gonna take a second swipe at it.
Great. So let's just read this because the 2-weapon fighting.
Oh, yeah.
So you can when you attack with a light melee weapon, you're holding one hand, which you were. You can use a bonus action. You didn't use that for a superiority die, a bonus action?
No.
Okay, great.
No, bait switch doesn't.
Great. You can attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage, so you still get to add it to hit, just not the damage.
Got it. Okay. I'll just do my full main hit again as my second attack.
Great. Yep.
And that's gonna be really bad. That's 10 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
Okay, and then for the bonus,
after you stab it the first time, it just reacts and knocks your sword out of the way.
and I'll go for a small swipe with that bonus action. That's gonna be nat 20.
So casual.
Well, it's the sheriff badge, you know, so I'm like,
You
that
have
one.
to wait a second.
Yeah. Okay, so just double this, and that's it, and that's 5, so 10 slashing.
Ooh, slashing, excellent.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
He hates that.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yeah,
Hell yeah.
You sort of stab it, it swipes, you duck underneath that, stab with the opposite hand.
You big, fat, ugly rat, come on.
Okay.
Annabelle.
It's gonna take us back to Annabel.
So-
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, starting
I
within
have
10 feet. of it.
advantage on that because of Hunter's Mark.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that is just plus my wisdom mod.
Wisdom saving throw.
That is 13.
That will fail. You are frightened this turn.
no.
You feel that sense of dread, the hit that you just took sort of seeping in. You look around like so much is happening all at once, the swiping and the sounds of the swords and the bolts, so you are frightened for your turn here.
Fuck!
Get away from the
So that just
So I
means you
have to-
can't willingly move towards it with your melee, it doesn't matter. But as long as it's within line of sight, which it obviously is right now, you have disadvantage on like attack rolls.
Can I use
against
counter
it.
charm to interrupt this?
Read the...
As
read
my
Oh.
thing, as an action, you can start the performance that lasts until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage in saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
So you can use that, but it has to be on your turn. But you can
Okay.
start because it says as an action.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I can't just interrupt it.
Yeah, but you can do that on your next turn.
Yeah.
So I don't have to run away from it.
You don't have to. You just can't move closer to it. Not that you can right now, anyway.
I can still attack it.
Yes,
I'm
with
just
disadvantage.
Freaked out.
Yep, with disadvantage.
And if I were to stab it with a dagger, can I get my 2 attacks?
Yes, you can multi-attack still.
Then I'm going to do that.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
Yep.
Cool. Love that. Brave young lady. That is that's a natural 1.
That will miss.
That is a 7. It's
You
a
have a second
natural
attack.
1. Okay. Great. Ooh, that's better. That is a dirty 20.
That will hit.
Wow.
Nice.
Great. And as a bonus action, I would like to use my Slayer's Prey as well, so then I have 2d6 with this other d6.
Great.
So
Read us that one. I don't think we've used that.
Slayer's
yet. Yeah, Slayer's
Prey
Monster
is
Hunter ability.
a Monster Hunter feature
Nice.
where, as a bonus action, you can designate one creature within 60 feet. For the first time you hit it with a weapon attack, it takes an extra d6. And then, yeah.
It's basically like a free Hunter's Mark for that specific, but it
Yeah.
can stack with Hunter's Mark.
It can
so-
stack with Hunter's Mark because it doesn't
So
use
cool.
concentration.
Yep.
So that's nice.
So it's 2d6 plus the d4 from the dagger plus your dexterity.
Oh, yeah. Got it. I'm sorry, I was rolling the wrong one because I was thinking about my crossbow. Great. Okay. So that is, that's 9 plus 4 is 13 plus dex, which is another 3. 16.
Excellent. All right. It's getting cut up pretty good here.
Let's go.
You missed that first attack and you're like, come on, Annabel. You go in almost like a little blind. You steel yourself and you jab that dagger in as best you can.
Great. That's my turn.
So are you staying there?
I'm really worried about an attack of opportunity there.
It has not taken a reaction.
I'm
this
gonna
round.
stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
All right, Evig, you are up.
Can you possibly highlight for me the others?
Yes, so there's, this is Zinc, this back here is Thornfield, and then over here is Elliot, who's tucked himself in the corner there.
Okay.
So they're all just kind of on the outskirts shooting.
Would you say that they're like obscured if they were looking over there?
Elliot, definitely, he went around the corner and hid, and I would say Thornfield also went around this wall. Right now, Zinc is kind of, he's loading. He's like loading his crossbow, but he's still keeping an eye on like the action that's happening.
Okay, cool. I really didn't like that for you. I'm gonna try and use Flame Blade, but I'm going to do it in a way that uses the brazier and like make it look like it's just my short sword that I somehow lit on fire.
I love this idea, which is why I let you finish.
Wonderful.
Does this have a material component?
Yeah, it has
you do not have material. You
I'm in
stuff
prison,
was confiscated.
dude.
Yeah, any material component.
What a bummer, dude. My issue.
Because I'm in jail, dog.
It makes me really mad.
So many of these have material components.
There's a few that don't, like Burning Hands and Healing Word, a couple others.
So that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to use Burning Hands, and I'm still going to put on a show like it's somehow coming off the torch.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can like swing the torch and kind of.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I do.
Great.
That was a good idea.
That's
I came up with it. Yeah.
Also, try not to light everybody on fire.
He can do it in a way that doesn't.
It is a 15-foot cone, but I'd like it.
Oh, you're on the left there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he can, if it's like 15 and. Oh, wait, that's not a cone. I'm a fool.
What cone?
Yeah. 15. Yeah, so you can definitely do it in
Yeah.
a way that doesn't.
Like this bitch.
Great, you may do so.
Braziers are great.
I realized.
I need to get myself on a
I realized it actually doesn't affect this because it's a saving throw, but I do need you to give me a Wisdom saving throw for the fear against the fear.
I think I passed, but to make sure. Ooh, no, I might not pass. That would be a 13.
13's gonna fail. Yet. And again, because it's a saving throw, it actually doesn't affect your burning hands.
Okay.
However, I do also need you to give me either a performance or a sleight of hand check to make it look like it's not coming out of your hands, the flame. Wonderful.
That is a nat 20.
No! You swing the torch and this flame goes shooting out, and it looks like you just kind of threw sparks and embers from the torch are spewing against the wall, and you can see over there as Zink's reloading his crossbow. Oh! Wow! So, as far as you can tell, he did not seem to think. Nobody seemed to think that was sort of a magical occurrence. And this is a dex saving throw.
This is a dex saving throw.
That is a 13.
Up against 9?
Yeah,
over here. Yes, so that is failing.
Great. So full damage.
I need D6s.
How many?
Calling all
3 of them.
sixes.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay, great.
5, 4, 3. So 12 points of damage.
12 fire damage, okay.
Nice.
Any way that he could stay on fire? That would be cool.
I mean, his fur is like singed. Like,
Oh, that thing's got
it does. It smells
It's got
terrible
one eye
right now.
flowing from his eye hole.
Oh my god.
Cauterizing.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Anything else?
If I move, he's gonna try and kill me, right?
He is not. It's a reaction, so he could take an attack.
I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rat.
that takes us to the rat. Now, he is going to use, because there's a whole bunch of people around him.
Uh-oh.
He's going to use a cleaving strike here.
Nice. Oh, man. That sounds like it's going to rock.
Get cloven.
Which means, let me see if frightened
Sounds
has
gentle.
an effect. It doesn't look like it. Ability checks, no, so not saving throws. Okay. I need everybody within melee to give me a dexterity saving throw. Illien, Doxley, Annabel, and Evig. Dexterity saving throw.
Come on.
Come on.
Big money, no whammy.
It's 11.
Fail.
16.
Pass.
14.
Pass.
Yes! Oh, fuck me. 12.
Fail.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no.
fail, save.
Great. Just the 2 people who already.
Already hit. Yeah.
Cool.
Had to find the right one.
Sounds like a lot of
I
dice.
was just thinking not dead.
This is 15 slashing halved if you save. So 7 if you save, yeah.
Not in good shape.
How you doing over there?
Not good.
After that strike and sort of seeing all the creatures around him and feeling like he's a little outnumbered,
No, 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 no.
he raises his claws kind of up and you can see that shallow water beneath your feet sort of.
No.
There's some. It has not appeared yet, but something is bubbling beneath the water.
I'd really like it if it didn't.
Hey.
And he's gonna stay there. So that takes us to Doxley.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw against the fear.
Good call.
Yeah, well,
Also, that was the rat's turn, so Evig and Annabel are no longer frightened. It goes away at the top of his turn.
What does the fear do to us if we fail it?
You can't move toward it, you can't willingly move toward it, and you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls against that creature.
Okay.
5.
That is a fail, so you have disadvantage on any attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
You see those claws rise up to the ceiling, and you just look upon it. Fuck. Something you've never kind of seen before.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay.
10 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
One more time.
Go. This was like a short sword. This is what you had.
Short sword. 11 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
I'm gonna use another. Wait, no, there's more coming. I'm not gonna hit again, but seeing that there's more coming, and Doxley still has a boost to her AC, she's gonna try to make some space for her companions and step away
Okay.
and move out.
Great. So it has its reaction. It's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So you had 4 to your AC as you try to move away from it.
Yep. So I got 19 right now.
Bad. I have 8.
And it doesn't have. You are frightened.
I am frightened.
Okay. It doesn't get advantage against it.
Okay.
Okay. Attack of opportunity. That's a 17 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
Oh.
And do you want to move further than that?
Where's the bubbling? Kind of around the rat, or?
Be a perception check.
Fuck! I'm not rolling good enough for that. 14.
The bubbling looks like it's appearing in the water closest to some of the furthest away people. And the bubbling's coming not just from the water, but like from underneath like those wooden boards that are like the walkways. Like there's little kind of bubbles rising from on.
Okay.
So yes, you definitely see it under the board that Calvin's on. You see it under the board that's over by Thornfield. So that's where you're going to see.
Okay, I'll use my full 20 feet if I can to get closer to Calvin.
Another 15 feet. You can get up next to him there. Yep.
And I'll just like hold my short sword with both hands at the pommel and like lift it ready to go. And point down toward the bubbling.
You're
Get
like
ready.
looking off and you look down and you can see the bubbles rising beneath your feet there.
And then to her friends that she just left behind, now you can step the fuck back! And that's it.
Okay, that's gonna take us to TC.
All right, is there a spot that I can kind of again use another archway? Maybe this next archway that I was headed
Where am I
towards.
going? Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Oh,
world.
I think my keyboard is freaking
Oh
out.
no!
Oh no.
Come
I'll
back.
go to the places.
Illien.
Oh god, we're in the river.
Illien, come back.
Yeah, we're going flying.
Damn.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, we came back.
Oh my god.
Yes, but
We can't stop!
yes, I can't stop it from moving around. All right, give me a second. We're gonna come out and come back.
Goodbye.
Yep. See ya.
From your memory, is
wild.
there an archway?
Yes, so you could basically go up to the same one you were at before.
Oh, okay.
However, as you are looking around, you can see down at your feet is some of that bubbling as well. Yes.
But it's not everywhere in this room, just right at my feet.
Kind of right where you and Elliot are. You're both very close to each other there.
I'm just gonna make sure nothing was on the keyboard that's attached
Oh,
to
yeah,
the actual
that's-
computer.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm still gonna try try to go for this thing again. It looks a little ragged at this
Yes,
point.
it does. I mean, it looked like that call that it sort of made was a distress signal. Like it's you can see its eyes missing, its fur is singed from the flame, bleeding out down below its armpit.
Yep. All right. Yep. I'm gonna go for a hide here.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
You got this.
That is a 23.
That will definitely hit. Oh, sorry.
No,
that's a roll. Yes, that's great.
So
you are hidden.
Now I'm going to use an advantaged.
Oh, what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, do it.
I need to. Oh, I should never listen to you.
Do it.
Do it.
Sharpshooter shot here.
Yeah.
Add my
Roll this guy
advantage
up.
roll.
There we go. We're back.
Yay.
So TC.
No, it didn't happen.
Every time.
No.
We don't know. We don't know yet. 13 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
Oh my god, buddy, I'm sorry. It would have been so cool.
It would have been
It
cool.
would've been so good.
You gotta go for that, you know?
I'm gonna try to move myself
Hero
away.
shot. Kinda back to where you
from,
were.
Well, from
You'll
bubbles,
never be
really. I mean, is there...
Okay. The bubbling was like here, kind of where you and Elliot were. So if you stay in this room, there was not bubbling here in this room.
Okay, yeah, I'll
So
kind
it's
of
kind of by this pipe here. That's what you were
Yeah.
kind of hiding behind as you went to attack.
Yeah. I have a bonus. No, I used the bonus action. Never mind. That's it.
All right, Calvin, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. So there's bubbling coming from underneath me.
Mm-hmm. You can give me a perception check too.
Yeah.
It's been bubbling's been going a little bit.
Right. This is a third fire. 11.
11. What you see beneath your feet is you can see enough. There looks like there's some rats emerging from under, like a little pack of small rats coming from underneath the boards there.
All right. Jeez, I got a dagger and a crossbow. So just do a bunch of pokes. I guess like I need to create some distance from all these. Are they just regular sized rats?
These ones that are coming out from the boards look just regular. Yeah, they look a little like
rats.
manic, like madness, but they
Whatever, I can fight a rat. I think then for the time being, I see that it's a bunch of rats, and I say, okay, priorities here. And I have my dagger, but I take my light crossbow out and take aim at, I think this guy's still in my sights.
Yep.
I would like to fire off another one at King Rat.
You may do so.
And
Do you want to try and you sort of position yourself? Do you want to try and hide before you do that?
yeah, is that going to give me...
It would give you advantage on the roll.
I
yeah.
definitely want to do that.
Give me a
yeah.
stealth check.
So...
The difficulty is a little higher because these rats are kind of coming out.
Oh, yeah. 19.
19, that'll do it, yep. So before the rats have emerged from underneath the floorboards yet, you sort of get down low enough that they're not kind of coming up over the floorboards.
Go, buddy.
Go ahead and
I
make it.
steel myself.
Advantage.
Roll with
Yeah,
advantage.
advantage.
Let's go.
And you did not have to roll for fighting because you're further.
Oh, well, jeez, I don't think either of those are going to hit. What's the modifier there?
6.
It's 14.
That will hit.
Yeah, we found it.
You did it!
Because I hit for 14 earlier.
Come to the house!
14. So the rats are kind of coming up over the floorboard, and you keep looking down at them, and that distracts you a little bit, but you get one shot off before they start to come crawling over the edge of the boards there. Go ahead and roll for damage there. So it's going to be sneak attack again. So.
Yeah, 4d6.
Where are those 2d6 coming from? I'll talk about it.
The sneak attack gives you 3d6, and then the extra d6 from the crossbow.
Okay, 3, 4, 6, 1.
14.
14. Total?
14?
Plus
Plus the modifier from the
Yeah.
crossbow.
Yeah, plus 3. So 17.
17,
Yeah.
okay,
Gnarly.
great.
That's good. That's gnarly. That's great.
You can see this thing it's hanging on to dear life here.
Alright, other boys.
Okay.
We're gonna get the fuck out of this place.
They're gonna turn their attention to these smaller rats that are starting to pop up
No,
here.
dummies.
And yeah, let's actually put a couple. So there's one over near.
Oh no, Elliot.
Jesus.
One over here. Okay, so yeah, Thornfield's gonna turn around. Just gonna all these. Oh, those are good. I think all these are gonna hit. Yeah, 21, 19, and 15, all against the rat swarms there. They're sort of taking out their daggers, and you can hear the splashing as they try and stab these rats. So, what a swarm creature, as they lose hit points, they become weaker as well. So a couple, you see with their longsword as they stab a couple rats, they bring it back up, and there's like a skewer, a shish kebab of rats there. And then Thornfield grabs it by the end and pulls the rats off the edge and goes in for another one.
I don't like the guy.
So they've damaged those rat swarms a little bit there. Great. That takes us to Illien.
Yes.
You
Okay.
should give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Yes.
It's just a straight roll. Nat 20.
Shut the fuck up.
You frightened the rat.
Not frightened by that.
Gonna yell out, Annabel, give me your arm. And I'm gonna try to go behind her and like loop her around into the doorway behind me using bait and switch.
Okay, great. So you move here,
And then swap. Yeah, so she'll be in the doorway and I'll be in front of her.
Great. Do so.
And then it's another D8. We get a +1 to our AC.
Oh.
Man. Okay. And then I will do what I was trying to do last turn. So I'm gonna go in for a 1 hit here. Nat 20. Oh, Nat 20. And I'm gonna use. I didn't say beforehand. Is that okay? I was gonna use maneuvering attack.
Read the text on. Does that have to be declared?
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack. Oh, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack.
Yeah.
Do I get to double that or?
Can you used bait and switch already? Can you use this also?
Yes. So the bait and switch doesn't use any action. It
Great.
just says, yeah.
Perfect.
When within 5 feet.
Okay. Then yes, when you hit, so you can do it now.
Yay! Okay, so first off, 1d6 here. That's a 6. I'm going crazy.
So crazy, boy.
So 6 doubled to 12 plus my strength. So that's 16 damage, and then I add the superiority die.
You get to double that too.
And I can double this.
Yes.
It's a 7, so that's 14. What was I just said?
30
30 total.
So 30 damage total. I yelled at Evig, all right, get out of danger, you're good. And you can move up to half your movement with your reaction.
And you yell that to Evig through these like cut in half cord. You cut it through the neck and it splits down the middle. So Evig, you watch him like.
All right, you're good, Evig.
Yeah. Go ahead and describe that.
Okay.
It's final.
So I leap over, I swap with Annabel, get her behind me, go for one big cleave through the middle, and I don't even realize how hard I hit it. I just cleave the neck, and I look over at Evig through the neck that I just cleaved. I'm like, you good? All right, you're good before it hits you again. And then,
Yeah, I think Avid's like, take a breath.
all right.
The rat's going to be dead there, but we are going to come back. There are still some.
I got your
you're already good there. Great. So we are going to come back.
No more
So there's a couple small swarms there, but you have slain the largest rat.
Hell yeah. Nice
Such
job.
a fun
That was a
turn.
big roll there.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
So
You still. That was only one attack. You haven't moved.
Whoa. Take a breath. All right, here we go. And I take a look to the closest rat pack that I got.
I mean, you only have 20 feet. Yeah, so you can't quite reach that.
Can I take one of my short swords and throw it at the swarm?
Sure. Okay. It's an improvised weapon because it's not thrown.
Okay.
So just give me a d20. No proficiency.
It's not. No proficiency. That's only gonna be an 8.
8. Yeah, that's gonna miss. So the sword lands like right at your feet. Boom.
Oh my god.
Sorry, the excitement's getting to me. I'm ready for the next batch of rats. And I'll wait.
So you still have one sword left.
I don't want to throw it. Oh, but I do have my hand crossbow, right?
You throw your hand crossbow.
Oh, but I
out.
can't use that as a bonus action, huh? Because that's not
no.
dual.
Yes, you can't use
So that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Annabelle.
Annabelle,
Cool. Where am I?
you are in the doorway over here. So there you are. There, right behind. Oh wait, I think I moved the wrong person. Yeah.
I think you did. No,
Thanks.
it's okay.
Over there. Illien went over here. Yeah. And then Annabelle, you're in the doorway there.
Where are the rats?
So you can hear you could hear Elliot sort of firing into the water or stabbing into the water behind you, so you know there's some there, and you saw Illien charge over here, so you know there's some over there as well.
Okay, I am going to bonus action healing surge.
Okay, you may do so.
Good.
And sorry, that's up to half of my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hit
Up to
dice.
half of your hit dice, and you can roll them one at a time.
I shall. D10.
Is it half? Oh no, that's when you get it. Yeah,
I am a ranger. Okay.
yeah.
Plus con, so that's 6.
Nice.
We like it.
So that's okay. Great. I'm gonna do it again. Okay. Then that's plus 8 and So that's 20. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry
That's
guys.
okay.
Oh.
22, and then it's hard to do math in front of people. I got flamed in the comments on YouTube. I fucking read that. What? Okay. Oh, that sucks. Okay, and then that's plus another 4. That's fine. You know what?
Personally, my favorite part is watching my teammates get better. That's great.
Okay.
You mean get better at math or get better
At healing. They're hit points. They're hit points.
I don't know what that's like because it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, yeah.
I'm gonna take. Oh, I can't. I was gonna say I'm gonna bonus action move my hunter's mark, but I
Use the
can't
bonus
do that.
action, yeah.
So I will simply lean out and shoot at the rat cluster that's by Illien.
Okay, you
don't
may
care
do
about
so.
Elliot.
Great, go ahead and take a shot.
Great.
Damn.
Wow.
Throwing down.
So that is 16.
That will hit. Yep.
Great.
Huzzah.
And that's 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage. You skewer a couple of the rats, and you can already see that grouping is starting to like dissipate. Like some of them are skittering one way, some another. So already those are starting to like no longer in the presence of their leader. They're starting to scatter through the water there.
Cool. Is there any way I can like kind of just stay in this doorway so that I have like a little bit of cover?
Yeah, definitely. You do have cover here.
Then that's what I'll do, and I'm just gonna sort of like.
All right, Evig, you're back.
I am going to bonus action healing surge.
You may do so.
As well.
Math time.
Ooh, that is an 8 plus 1. That's 9.
Great.
Nice.
You can spend more than one.
Yeah, I'm going to do one more. And 4. All right, that's fine. Back up to 23.
And give me a perception check as well.
Cool. Nat 20.
Oh
Nat
my
20.
goodness.
What you see when you just kind of look around is you feel the healing surge sort of pour a little bit of energy back into you. You've been opportunistic this whole time, and right now, Thornfield is looking at this batch of rats. Zink is looking at this rat very intently, this grouping of rats. You see no sign of Elliot or anything. Right now, nobody is like watching you at all. So, and you can see also, because he's on the other side, you kind of make eye contact with Calvin. So
Yeah.
the two of you sort of see each other across the way. You look around, you can see that nobody else is really looking. Annabelle's right next to you, but she's the only one who really sort of can see you. Because you're behind this wall
nailing it.
enough to see that TC like can't see you from there because you're behind.
Finish her off.
Gosh. The radius being 10 feet. I mean, like, that's the thing is. It's like everything that I have is like a cone of fire, like that's like right in front of me, but I'm not close to any of the rats. Like, it feels sort of silly to like run up. Oh, I guess this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run up, and just get so that the edge is like 13. The rat cluster in front of Calvin. He is 16 feet away, but they are 15 feet away.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get a little closer.
You get out your protractor.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I'm just gonna like lock eyes with them and burning hands.
Okay.
Yeah. Very cool.
Make a wisdom saving throw, and you're not attempting to hide this. The guards are
because
not looking.
yeah, nobody's looking. Yeah,
Annabelle can see.
Annabelle knows.
I'm looking.
Can I see?
Give me perception checks, both of you, with disadvantage. Where are you?
Right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, Doxley.
Alien's
facing the other way. Give me a,
I'm not
give me a
gonna
perception
catch any of these.
No,
guys.
no, you're not gonna catch any of them.
Okay, that's gonna be 16.
16. You don't see it right away, but you feel a little bit of heat forming over your shoulder, and you look just in time to see like a burst of flame come pouring through. It was a 6 on the dexterity saving throw,
that
so go
fails
ahead
very
and
much.
Hell yeah.
And Annabelle, you get a front row seat for like a little bit of a kind of, it has like a balletic look to it as he.
That's just 3d6.
Wow.
3d6.
Doxley looks to Illien.
1, 5, and is this a 6?
Yeah, that's a 6.
That's a 6. So
yeah.
that would be 12.
And a pile of charred rats crumples to the ground there in the water. They go, and then they float to the surface of that, like couple inches of water there. These sort of burning, stinking rats.
Good.
And I sort of just look at Calvin and I just go.
I look at the charred pile of rats and the sword that is stuck to the ground betwixt my knees. And I give a
And there's
you.
Yep.
You.
All right, that's gonna take us to the rat's dead. Doxley, it's gonna take us to you.
All right, are there rats elsewhere?
Thornfield's dealing with a little pile of rats here.
Okay, great. Doxley will look to Evig. That was pretty fucking sweet. And she's gonna book it back over to the other pile. And she's gonna make some attacks.
Great, let me do
Here we go. Wow, this is garbage. 11 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Oh, regular rats.
Shitty little rats.
Shitty little rats.
Suck it, rats. D6 plus. Oh, max roll, baby. So 9.
9. You skewer a couple rats there. You have another attack, don't you?
8. 8 to hit.
That will miss somehow.
Oh, wow.
She starts like getting out of control and going out of the dock.
Okay.
Great. That's gonna be my turn.
TC.
Is
You
there
can you can just hear Elliot sort of shit, fuck, shit. Some splashing.
Oh, he's
stuff.
over by a pile.
He's behind you, yeah, and there's a pile of rats there.
Yeah, I'll go over. I'll kind of come around the corner there.
He's fine.
He's within melee of them.
He is within me. He's like
Great.
stabbing down at these rats.
So I'll just go for a shot at them.
Okay. Hiding.
I was considering the sharpshooter, but if there's an opportunity for me to hide,
You can
I'll
hide,
try.
yeah. If you sort of hug the wall here and poke out.
22 for the stealth.
Sure. Yeah.
Great.
Roll advantage.
So advantaged sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's no way you missed this one.
Double
Oh,
natural one.
No.
It's double natural twos.
What's the total?
I only get to add 2. The total is 4.
You only had 2? Oh, because of sharpshooter.
Because sharpshooter. You shut your mouths over there.
I literally can't believe that, but you missed.
You said don't double natural one it, so I natural 2'd it.
Wow. And
Bolt
you're
goes
incredible.
flying through the room, and the rats sort of disperse, and then they coalesce once more.
Wow.
For
2.
I'm not sure he's ever had sharpshooter work for him.
That's not
How many times have you had it? Oh my god.
Wow.
I hit
That's
I
insane.
hit today. I hit just today.
All right.
Wow.
That's it for me.
Okay.
Elliot, watch your fucking feet. Sorry, pal.
All right, Calvin, you're up.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll run to the. Is there a pile within range that can?
Yeah, if you go a little bit this way.
What I
you
would
can
like
see-
to do is take the sword out of the ground that is in front of
Yeah,
me, and
you
I'm
can do
going to
that.
have the sword in my main hand, a dagger in my offhand.
You may do so.
I'm going to run
Get
over
close
these
enough to
rats.
sound.
I'm going to just kind of
Great.
slash.
Give me
away.
the sword attack
in
first.
the chat.
Yeah. 15.
That's already gonna hit.
Yeah, great.
So roll for damage. Short sword's D6 plus dexterity.
10.
10. Oh, and this is a sneak attack. There's someone within 5 feet, so another 3d6.
Hell yeah, brother.
Let's
Another
go.
3d6?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I am.
Yeah.
These rats are.
You got
hell.
D6? More D6s?
Yeah. So we got 10 so far. Oh man. So 6 more, 16.
Series of stabs and strikes.
Nice.
Come on.
And then everybody kind of waits, and a bunch of rat corpses float down the walkway there. That pile's dead.
Nice.
Didn't they say they use this water to like wash their clothes?
This can't be up
Probably
to
won't
code.
be right now, but yes.
Gross.
A great
All right,
filtration system.
Calvin stabs those ones. You see, as Thornfield was there with his kind of sword there, you stab a couple of them, and he looks up. Thanks.
I say, you're all right there, partner.
He looks around and he sheathes his sword there.
Hey, boy.
You wanted to talk?
Oh, I totally forgot I asked. I said it. Yeah, but priorities, though.
When we're done.
Yeah.
Priority.
Because I gotta figure out what. I
All
wanna
right,
say.
the others there. Elliot is going to try and stab. That is a miss. That was a natural 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, he doesn't have a multi-attack, so he cannot do that.
Wow.
And then can
That
this
guy
guy
sucks.
get in range?
Yeah, I've been saying that all along.
Okay, Zink is able to get
Weasel.
far enough around the corner, oops, that he can take a shot at these rats here. That will hit. 4. Gets a couple of those rats there. And then, I don't think Thornfield can make it far enough. Just see, oh, maybe he can. 30. Yeah, that looks Close enough. Yeah. He's going to take a shot as well with his crossbow. That will hit as well. And that will be enough as they disperse the final rats there. And we come out of combat.
Fuck.
Right.
Gross.
Sort of a quiet. Is everyone all right?
I'm amazing.
In one piece. Should we check the corners before we celebrate?
Where'd that thing come from? Who saw it first?
I saw it.
You hear kind of some wading through the water and then back up onto the boards there.
I'm gonna point to the limp over to the sort of part right there, and then point.
That big crack that sort of burst in the wall. Now that's where it was.
Who has a torch?
Yeah.
Looks inside. There's something in there. Nests. I see bits of straw. Everybody get your crossbows at the ready. He jams the torch in, and some smoke kind of comes out. All right. We'll come back later, clear this place out for good. Looks like we got what we came for. Nice. He hands the sort of now extinguished torch back to you. Let's get everyone back to the surface here.
Do we still need to look in that third location?
My money'd be on one nest. Plus, a couple of you look a little worse for wear.
Yeah.
Evig's just like limping. Sort of.
Let's report to Garland what we found, and if he wants us to look at the last one, we will.
All right. You know, before all this, you made a point of showing, if we ran away, there's guards on the tower outside. All I'm saying is, if we didn't have manacled hands and feet while we're doing these dangerous missions, then maybe we could get some harm off of each other. There's no way we're making it out with those guards on the walls.
What is it you're asking me for, son?
Just if we're gonna throw ourselves at a giant, ugly rat for the good of the prison, maybe the good of the prison could release these just while we're down here, just so we can watch out for each other a bit better. That's all I'm asking.
I cannot return to the past and indulge your request.
No, in the future.
I'll put in a word.
Thank you.
Let's get everybody back to the top.
As we're walking out, I'd like to sort of hold Annabel back.
You may do that.
Doing like the shoulder.
Our
Our signature move.
Shoulder move.
And I'll just say, listen, I know that I can often be short. To be blunt, I don't spend a lot of time around people.
Fair enough.
But it's becoming abundantly clear that my life could still end at any second now that I'm wrapped up in the likes of these folks. So I just wanted to let you know that if anybody knows where the fourth of what y'all are looking for is, it's that hag.
We want to see that hag too.
Well, that's where I'm headed. It's why I'm here.
There's a hag in the...
There's a hag in the M enclosure. She lives in the forest with me. I've seen her around, but she killed a couple guards the other day. They dragged her in here. So now, that's what I'm after. Your friend showed me a map. I need that fourth thing just as much as y'all do.
I need to get into the M enclosure too.
As this conversation's happening, the first people to return to the surface are Calvin and Thornfield, who is walking in the front. And he looks over his shoulder and sees that you're the first one to come up, and he's sort of, well, quick with me.
I say, can I count on your discretion, at least for the moment, in front of our third party behind us?
Sure.
I need to confess something to you that I have been made aware of. I believe, I keep forgetting your name.
Evig.
I believe that Evig is a magic user. And when I say believe, I know this. I saw him use, I think it's called Burning Hands. I read it somewhere that that's what that's called, but I don't know. I don't know magic myself.
Really good snitch.
Justin, you saw this.
It was for the king rat. Big mega rat.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
19.
Roll again.
Oh my god, just in case. Crit.
19.
Wow.
Finally
As
showing
you
up.
say this, you see, even with like, he always puts on a little veneer of like cool casual. You watch his pupils dilate a little bit, his eyes go a little wide, and he grabs you like by the forearm, by the upper arm there, and just pulls you close. When we get back to the prison, I'm going to go inside, and you are going to wait outside with Evig. And I'm going to bring in reinforcements, and until we get back there, you don't say a fucking word. Do you understand me?
I do, but one more thing of the utmost importance. Speak.
He squeezes your arm.
Ouch. I will. Obviously, I have some medicinal experience, and it's come to my attention as well that Evig seems to be under the weather of some kind of disease or virus that I believe to be contagious.
The nose, you got bit. Everybody gets it once or twice.
It's not that. Look at him. Look at the way he walks. Look at the hoarseness in his voice. The way that he coughs and mutters and speaks like he doesn't know what he's saying. Like he doesn't know a damn thing ever. Look at the way he walks. It's so weird. It's weird, and his gait, he's limping around. He looks like he's got to pee real bad all the time.
Give me a medicine check with advantage.
Oh my god.
18.
18.
Plus whatever.
Oh.
Oh,
Plus 9.
Okay. Yeah,
Whoa.
so that's
Oh, shit.
27.
Yeah.
What is the name of this disease that he supposedly has?
I believe it's called the Los Angeles Ramulus cartitis, and it is very, very specific amongst certain communities who...
Los Angeles Ramblers.
Correct.
I've never heard of that.
I've only seen it twice myself. 2 cases. And they were both quarantined with the utmost security as to protect the communities around them. It's very dangerous. In a little while, boils will appear all over his face. That weird pee-pee piss walk that he does, that's gonna turn into full paraplegia, disablement of the legs.
Stop talking. Have we already been exposed by simply being in his presence?
Time will tell, but I think symptoms among us, I would be able to tell. I am valuable to the community. I'm helping you. I'm doing you solid.
Yes, you're very, very relevant. The two of you are walking, and you can see he looks over his shoulder, and you follow his eyes. You look back, and you both look back at Evig, and you can see that Calvin gives you like a little knowing look.
Yeah.
And you can see that Thornfield is like trying to examine you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Walk quickly. He starts to move. And he's still holding on, like he's moving you. You're like trying to keep up a little bit, like he's moving so quickly. And Zink in the back is sort of, all right, everybody move quick, we're moving.
I want to try to get Annabel as well at some point here.
Right. I just want to say, if I had a conversation with him as we were going, can I just say, like, what's your plan to get in there?
Sure.
Because I need to get in myself.
Well, that's where Calvin comes in. That's why I've recruited him. He owes me a service after I saved his life a while back. That's not important. He's going to turn me in for, and I'm going to light the fire with my finger. And
Don't fucking do that.
he's going to turn me in for it.
They could hang you for that shit.
Well, I mean, I already brought myself to prison. This is a sort of a last-ditch effort. I truly don't even know how I'm going to get out of here once I got the information that I need.
Okay, well, I gotta get a couple other people out, so I'll add you to my list, I guess.
Well, I appreciate it.
So that was happening, and you want to grab
Yeah,
Annabelle
I'll
quickly
try to
there?
get up to her there.
You said earlier that you don't... They might search you on the way back in. Is there anything you want to give me now?
Not out in the middle of... Yes, I have my spell components under my shirt.
Unless you want me to find them on you
No, I
and
don't
force the issue right now.
Can I try to like untie it underneath my shirt and wiggle out of it?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
I'll try to give her like an opportunity here by like maybe tripping and like nudging her, like tripping and hitting her so that there's
13.
13, okay. In addition, as you guys are walking, so Thornfield's ahead, so he's not looking, and then Zinc is a little bit further back. He's actually kind of walking alongside Illien, and as he's kind of just checking his crossbow, make sure things aren't damaged and stuff, and looking at his sword.
That was a hell of a fight back there.
It was.
You did good. You did good.
Well, thanks, and you too. You held your ground really well there. I was actually very impressed, officer.
Like I said, you did me a favor by showing up.
So we're all good. So they're in a conversation. They don't seem to notice that you're.
And I'm gonna wiggle, like take it, to untie it, and then have it in my hand, and then I'm gonna try to give it to TC.
Same kind of thing. TC grabs it.
Please give it back. It's been under. Okay.
I'll get it back to you in the cell. As I said, unless you want to force the issue right now.
I do not. Please don't.
All right.
Well, unless you think I ought to get arrested. For real this time.
You are arrested. Oh, right.
You guys are approaching the Ren Ward. And...
No, let's not.
Hold off. Hold off.
Yep.
You get back into that intake area where you were waiting initially when you were waiting for all the prisoners to come out. Sort of go through that little overhang. All right, everybody, everyone stop right here for a moment. We're gonna put you back into groups, bring you back up to your cells. And as he's sort of walking by, he has to kind of maneuver by Evig to get to the door. And as he does, you can see him kind of be right back. Sort of trying to cover his mouth, his nose, as he's sort of moving up the stairs. Gives one last look over his shoulder. And Zink's waiting there with you guys. He should be right back.
Don't seem too sure of that, actually.
It's just, I thought we were going in, but Thornfield's leading this operation, I suppose. So wait on him. Just a couple moments go by, and then the doors open back up, and you see 6 guards come out in green and gray. And Thornfield points at Evig, and they rush you. And in their hands, you see, they grab you at the wrists, and they have what look like a set of like iron mittens, kind of. They slip over your hand, and they cinch them as a way so you can't use, somatic components with your hands for the spells. They slip you in these mittens, and one kind of comes around the back, puts you in a little kind of chokehold, and they wrap a gag around your mouth.
This man helped us. He helped us stay alive.
What are you doing?
What did
Everyone shut up! This man was seen using magic.
He's a liar. Whoever said that is a liar.
Shut up.
Who said that?
For now, I am the one saying it. Get this man to the Nightingale Ward and let them decide what to do with him. And he grabs one of the guards and pulls him close. And don't put him next to any of the other prisoners. And they grab Evig, they start to shuffle him off. A bunch of the group starts to go, and Thornfield gets up next to you and quietly kind of, anything else I should know for the time being?
My history with this disease. For some reason, people with Fey ancestry are unaffected. I don't know why. I am unaffected, and anybody else that I came across with that ancestry is unaffected. Just in case that affects the accommodations that he's given.
Give me a medicine check with advantage.
You guys are having that conversation in front of us?
You can't hear this, but they're talking quietly to each other.
Thank God.
Thank God for advantage. I got an 18.
Plus 9.
Plus 9.
So another 27 there. Noted. When I get back, we'll talk about what this means for you. Takes a couple steps, and he goes to one of those guards again. He pulls him close. Put him with the fucking hag. And they start to walk off a little bit.
Damn!
Let's get everyone back into their cells. Come on. Let's go.
But
guys turn around, head back into the Ren Ward there. It's late, it's quiet inside. You can hear some people just kind of, as they hear people kind of coming in, leaning over the bars, looking over into the atrium. They watch you guys kind of walk up the spiral staircase there. And back outside, Evig in his little mittens there with the sort of gag in his mouth, getting pushed along. And you look out in the distance and you see the northernmost ward, the Nightingale Ward. Closer and closer. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Oh my god!
Well done, everyone.
Good game.
Thank you so much, Dad.
Oh my god!
Great.
Man, that was a blast.
This was so great.
So
A lot
fun.
of fun.
That's a good one.
You guys did a very nice job. You got Evig there. How he gets out is another mystery, but he's able to
Just
get.
dream walk, just dream stroll.
Yeah, I'm just gonna prestidigitate right out.
I thought maybe TZ was gonna be like, I'll take him.
There's 6 of them there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a bunch of them. But they head over to the Nightingale Ward, and Evig's in the prison.
Oh,
Wow,
buddy.
What you might have to look forward to if you want to try the magic routes.
Yeah, you're
so-
seeing it firsthand.
It's obvious that they have some, countermeasures. They know that, the gist of verbal and somatic, components. So they have, countermeasures for making sure that you can't cast spells and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's wild. As soon as it didn't occur to me that they would have preventative. I'm like, makes perfect sense. Of course.
Of course they're prepared for
As
this.
soon as that went on, I was like, oh yeah, we gotta break you out.
That guy knows magic. Put him with all the other people that can, and everyone's just like,
It's a really fun ward.
Nightingale wants to party
Put
all
me
day.
in there, baby.
That's where we're gonna end tonight's stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Join us in the Discord.
Come to the
after.
Discord, chat, talk about it. And, they weren't able to quite get in yet, but the party also seeing some avenues for at least, some of the precautions that are taken, ways that people get reassigned to the Nightingale Ward. There's a bunch of guards that were assigned to Evig that were part of the Ren Ward, so when they need extra bodies, they get extra bodies. That's something that TC takes note of as he watches them kind of walk away. So it's not like if you're not a Nightingale Ward guard, they won't let you in. There's no so if they need people to escort, they take people to escort. More information for the future.
He also said let the N-word decide what to do with them. And what if that means you can just pretend that somebody's a magic user, take them to that ward, and then they're like, oh, this guy doesn't cast magic, and then you just go back to Gen Pop.
They didn't verify they're on the spot, is what
Yeah.
you mean. So.
Gen Pop.
How do they verify? They throw you in the water and see if you float?
Yeah. Do it. Do the math.
Go back.
Crueler methods, I suppose. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. As always,
God.
we adore you guys hanging out with us for the stream. Josh, you've been a delight. I hope you enjoyed your first time. Hopefully will not be the last time that you join us.
Was it Los Angeles Crampulus?
it was Los Angeles
Carditis.
Rams.
Oh my god.
I had an actual thing that I had in my brain coming. I completely forgot.
Look,
It sounded great.
Los Angeles
Is there anything
Carditis.
you want to plug now that the stream is over?
If you enjoyed Josh, watch him. He's
Yeah,
don't be modest.
I don't know what I'm able to talk about.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So that's the only
stuff
reason.
you've been in already.
Yeah.
What can people see you in if you've already?
Bow to Songbirds and Snakes. I was in that. West Side Story. I did a little bit in the remake there.
Hell yeah.
And then I got something else coming up, but I don't know what.
I meant past stuff.
Stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more, Josh.
But
Everybody.
thank you for having. I mean, it was so much fun, guys. This is great.
Great to have you.
And Glowing Forever, resubscribe. Thank you
Thank
so
you
very
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
All right,
And then watch
everybody.
Daggerheart.
Watch Daggerheart on Saturday.
It's on. Yeah, we're gonna do another chapter 2. The last chapter is gonna be this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. But then the full unedited version is gonna drop on Wednesday for patrons, YouTube members, Twitch subscribers. You already have it, and Spotify listeners. And then the cut down version, an hour long, is gonna be for everybody on YouTube the following day. So
Hell
Thursday,
yeah.
I think. So keep an eye out for all that stuff. It's all very fun.
Join us for Brunkhollow next Sunday. Thank you all so much. Cheers to you guys. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful week.
Cheers. Goodbye.
Bye.